Proper computer maintenance might be the issue here. I might have to rebuild the table again and get rid of all the glitches and shit. So that'll be another project for the future. Nevertheless, so over the course of a day or two, Edgar entrusted you with some gifts, i.e., you were looking for a way to better yourselves and make the trip a little bit more uh, less stressful, I should say, and a little bit easier to bear. He granted you, I believe, with 2 ponies, 2 horses, and a cart, if I remember correctly. The ponies were for pulling the. Was it a wagon? A covered wagon. Gotcha. So yeah, let's just go with the ponies are going to be pulling the wagon. The horses are going to be for the riding aspect, and that doesn't include Applejack, who I believe you're taking along with you. As you all kind of make way inside. Who said was who did we say was driving now? Well, yeah, it can be. I just wanted, for aesthetic reasons, I wanted to make sure we had everything going on. Nevertheless, when we figure all that shit out, the purple demon baby sinks up from the ground and sucks good old Senra in and wipes her memory clean from your brain. As you leave the town of Bestow and head east with the target goal of reaching Mirladar, you find yourself being bid farewell by a line of troops banging shields and saluting to you after hearing a mighty horn sound and echoing through the plains here. A sense of pride fills these individuals, and once again, bid you farewell with a mighty salute. And I believe that is exactly where we laid our game down last week, which brings us to the present. After about an hour of trucking east-northeast towards the city of Mirladar, it's been about an hour. You left fairly early in the morning. It's roughly, let's call it, anywhere between the hours of 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at this point. The sun is solid in the sky. A couple of small puffy clouds scatter the blue sky very faintly. It's a pretty sunny day overall. The wind blows, pushing high grass, and you kind of hear it rustling, almost as if it was leaves pushing through the canopies. The high grass have little puffballs on the end of them, and they seem to dance in unison every time a gust passes through, like waves on the ocean, except green. Azar sitting next to Fate as Kavul sits inside the wagon. Azar looks over to Fate and asks him, "Are you sure you know how to ride this thing?" Yeah, peasants, huh? You deal with many peasants, do you? Why don't you associate with peasants, my lord? I'm curious, a man of your stature. They kind of make you who you are, don't you think? Well, what would that be? What's bigger than nobility? find that odd. You can't divulge that information to me, sir. And I don't mean to pry. I'm just curious, as all. I mean, be it here that we may have quite a long ride ahead of us, I figured I'd get to know you a little better. Does your nobility, where you come from, tend to shy away from the more common folk? You know, I look at them as the foundation of our empire, really. Don't you agree? Even if it wasn't for them, I feel as if many of the simple things we take for granted may not come to fruition. Perhaps I raised you a situation. What if a peasant was to be attacked by a group of mangy gnolls? Would you save them, be it you had the opportunity? That being the case, then, wouldn't that contradict your previous statement of avoiding them? I'm confused, sir, and I do apologize. Once again, the importance they serve. You know, yes, it may not be customary to perhaps associate with them on a more personal level, but the subject of life, I think, outweighs nobility and status. Strange, strange logic. You, sir, Fate, are an odd nobleman. Probably one of the more oddest I've ever met. Do you consider me a peasant? I hold and bear no rights to nobility. I merely follow a noble I've been charged with. Granted, in the end of the day, I will gain and learn, and it's kind of a mutual respect at that point. Nevertheless, I hold no such titles, yet you sit here and associate with me. Technically, I guess you can call it a degree of servitude, really. I make sure my master, my lord, is properly armored and look out for his well-being. Well, what is your definition of peasant? So you deem all peasants to merely be farmhands, not a stable caretaker or your blacksmith down the street or the individual who cooks you your food. Odd indeed. Odd indeed. Kavul, you hear this conversation happening. Do you wish to add to it? Can someone give me a mic check real quick? The stream says they can't hear any of you guys, and it's got me kerfuffled. Dude, this audio issue is pretty fucking dumb. I'm sorry, guys. Give me. Alright, we'll see if that fixed it. And Oscar, I'd like a perception check. You're on horseback, right? Oh, well, then shit. You would absolutely hear this conversation as well.
Uh, the box with the egg as well as the the remaining portions of the dagger and stuff that he's working on to finish it up. Um, he like puts away the block of like wood, or like the piece of wood that he was about to start carving out to make the handle for it, and he says, Zar,
Uh, Excuse me, Sir Fate. Yes, yes, sir. Oscar, how can I help you?
yeah, you don't have to call me sir. Just Oscar's fine. You're part of the group. You're a friend.
Oh,
But
my
well,
apologies, Sir Oscar.
well, not everyone in the party's a friend. But whatever. Um, in regards to what you're talking about, um, you gotta think about this. Saving, it's sort of what we've been doing. Saving life and preserving life is definitely something that we, as at least decently good folks, should do. But um just because we do it, it doesn't mean that is our requirement to be said good people. You do what you can when it is accessible and when it is within your, either your means or within your capability to do while safe. You putting yourself at risk for others, yes, can be a noble and great thing, but it isn't always the right thing.
He you know how when you reverse in a car, you put your hand behind the seat so you can see out the rear view window. He kind of
Mhm.
does the same thing, like looking into the back of the cabin. And he replies, Sir Oscar, and forgive me once again for a difference in opinion. I will say, however, like I find all life, no matter from the tallest giant to the smallest ant, all life is sacred and worthy of protection. Deem it necessary in pending situations, of course. I mean, one must defend themselves, but if you have the power to save life, why not take the opportunity to protect what is so frivolous and sacred at the same time?
It's not a matter of why you should versus why you shouldn't. It's a matter of, maybe that's not quite right. One shouldn't assume that they can do everything. If my life has taught me anything, is that there are limits, and put we can't save everyone. And honestly, sometimes not everyone deserves to be saved, or not everyone wants to be saved. Take well, take it the when we got to the town, before we took down um that fat ass bitch Thorby, the town didn't want us to do anything. Now, did they perhaps know that it was the right thing for us to do something for them in that situation? Probably. They didn't want to admit it, but no matter how you put it, at the time, they didn't want us to save them. We did it anyway, but it's important to keep that understanding there. We're not, no one, not even the gods or the demons, can do everything, can solve every problem. Heck, you stick your neck out enough, you'll probably cause more problems than anything else. So it's best to just do what you can as within safe limits.
And that's all fine and true. And as noble as that may sound, forgive me if I call out a small, and to no offense, of course, Sir Oscar, no offense to be given here, but even you yourself, I've seen you disallow just fallen from eternal rest. I've seen you disturb eternal sleep for
Hmm.
the benefits of servitude. It's almost I don't think it's fair for me to call it sacrilege. And once again, I truly apologize. Your words seem to contradict in my perspective, uh, Sir Oscar. I apologize.
Oh, don't worry. I don't do it to people.
Sir Oscar, do you believe in God?
I believe that well, there is no one God. There is no one devil or demon. There's countless within this multiverse in which we exist. And they all fight for their own control over the beings below them. Uh, and in regards to the whole moral thing about what I use the ring for, as I said, I don't do it to people. And by people, I mean I keep innocent people, innocent beings out of it. But once something proves they're an enemy to me, they're no longer a person. They're just something that either has to be taken out or a tool to be used. It's similar to what Kavul says. Once the teachings of his God tell him once something's dead, you might as well use what's left. And though eating them isn't well, eating humanoids isn't on my books. It's essentially the same thing as when someone hunts. The spoils left over, like I won't say it's better not to waste them because even if they are an enemy, I would in most situations prefer to, you know, not turn them into a skeleton, especially given current circumstance. But hey, we're put in a lot of situations where we need extra hands
Having
or
asked,
claws.
having asked Sir Fate a similar question, I bear it to you. Be it a peasant woman being attacked by gnolls, certain death awaits her. Would you, given the opportunity, save her?
Depends. Uh, what's the risk of my life at doing that? What's the risk of the lives of those I care about? I would say this right now. If it was uh, between the life of myself or those I deem to care about in a verse someone I don't know or a group of people I don't know, I would choose myself and those and my friends and well, I don't really have a family currently, but family before that.
It basically sounds like you and Fate are of the same wavelength.
Yeah, maybe.
So strange. The teachings from the Holy Empire and Helm just speak of a different perspective. It's just. It's
Well,
strange to
don't
have.
forget this. Don't forget this about Helm. His teachings go protect uh well, essentially protect your loved ones and your community at whatever the cost. So that could be taken more critically, you know.
Yes, but based on your definition, therefore you are not a follower of Helm's teaching. And
No,
once again, all due respect, Sir Oscar, I, forgive me if I have difficulty taking your word as stone, considering your perspective on the sanctity of life versus the negligence of a life.
you were saying?
You didn't hear me?
No, no, you were did you end at negligence of a life or were you going to say more?
Yes, basically, he's saying, you know, if I'm to protect life and you gave him a a counterpoint of I'm not going to save a life if it has no real value to me, and if the risk is too high, then fuck it. If you're so willing to let go of the value of life for something so selfish, why would Azar listen to anything that you would have to say in regards to Helm's teachings?
I mean, that's fair. Um, I, I studied for years trying to uh, sort of get the disposition that one like yourself has with the gods, and it didn't go my way, as you can obviously see. Uh, but I did study, and I did try my best to figure that type of shit out. So, you don't have to take it, it's all about opinions. It's like you said. Um, me and Fate might just have different opinions, and that's not necessarily wrong. It doesn't make us right. Nah, not at all. But yeah.
Sir Fate, what god do you pray to at night?
I don't really pray, to be honest with you.
You don't find solitude into higher teachings or perspectives?
I don't.
Oof. Sir Fate, such a bleak view on life and afterlife. How do you go through your day without going mad?
Well, got a lot of work to do and a lot of things to get done.
So you merely distract yourself. Is it duty?
You could say that.
You're a very closed individual, Sir Fate. All due respect. Very closed indeed. I feel you may have some sort of troubles rattling around in there as he points to your temple.
Well, don't know. Maybe, maybe not.
Lazar turns to Kavul. Kavul, why? Why the Raven Queen? I've heard you speak of her many times. I saw you performing a ritual of hers for our dear shield bearer back at Bestow. What is it about the Raven Queen you deem so worthy of her attention?
He has plans for all of us, even the dead.
Is it safe?
Especially the dead.
Is it safe to assume that you value life, Kavul, or do you value death more?
The soul is valued. The Raven Queen may take those souls and leave behind useful items for us.
I don't understand, Sir Kavul.
Life is what you make it. If the Raven Queen needs you where she is, that is your destiny.
Roll a religion check for me.
Someone will have to do that for me. Sorry, I'm switching out my monitor because my monitor just died.
What is it, battery operated?
What's
No,
your
like literally died.
mod?
Died.
Okay, one. Religion. Cal, you there?
Yes, I am.
Can you roll Azar a religion check for me, please?
Yes, I can. Oops. So let's zoom in here. Okay. Let's try that again. There we go. One second, seems to be having an issue on my end.
Do you want me to roll for you?
Yes, if you can, please, until I can get this reset.
I think I'm going to start making working computers a requirement for my tables.
Well,
That,
it was
that
working.
includes your own, right?
It literally just started smoking on me. So
Damn.
Whoa.
All right, so they both rolled an 11.
Want me to jump in on this? Want me to roll?
No. This is only because Kavul is literally a follower of a patron or a deity, and so is Azar. So at the moment, we're having a conflict of perspectives, and we're both stalemating right now, is what it kind of boils down to. So Azar would reply, "This Raven Queen seems to value in the aftermath of destruction versus the peaceful nature of keeping it balanced and bright."
Balance in death, natural, the cycle.
Well, I can't disagree that without one, there would be no other. Yin to the yang, so it seems. Nevertheless, why? Why would you waste life when, if death is inevitable, wouldn't you rather waste death instead?
In death, life is not wasted. It is renewed.
Give me
Just
another
test
religion
it.
check.
That
Perfect.
was nice.
Yeah, give
Never
me
mind.
all right, so Azar rolled a 15. Kavul, roll another religion for me, please.
You got this, Gabul.
All right, still setting up my monitor here.
Oh, shit, I got to roll for you. I forgot. My bad.
Yeah, I almost got it set up. I just had to transfer one from the other room, so.
Religion. Boom.
They got.
Oh,
Oh yes. After that mean ass line too.
oh, dude. Okay, so, oh shit. Azar will kind of not put his chin into his chest, but he'll kind of look down. He's clearly processing what you just said, and he'll look up at you and then look back at the floor, and he'll look back at you again, and he'll kind of do that kind of face. You know what I'm talking about? That interesting. He will turn and face forward and put his hand on his chin. And he starts scratching his chin. He's starting to grow a little stubbly beard a little bit as he's kind of like, he clearly sees like he's in thought. And we're going to pause that conversation and we're going to move over to Cal and Kaith, who are side by side on horseback. You're about 20 to 30 feet in front of the cart. Not able to hear the conversation that just happened as the wagon wheels are kind of crunching on the ground and make that, wood on wood grinding circular sound as the old wagons would make. You guys look off into the distance. You can see the tree line coming kind of, it's not coming close. It's still a decent ways away, but you can start to see the trim of a tree line in the distance just before the Whitestone Mountains, which are even deeper in the background. So it's like a multi-layered background. And just to your northeast, perhaps a mile or two away, you can see what looks to be, whether it's like a tower. It doesn't seem to be lit up or active or anything like that. It just looks like to be like a broken tower to your northeast. But nevertheless, Kaith, you look over to Cal.
So not too good at small talk. So I'll just look over and just be like, hey, look, a forest.
I must be hitting a bad spot because it went all robotic for me.
I said, hey, Cal, look, a forest.
Did you hear them?
Check 1, 2, Cal.
I hear you loud and clear.
You didn't hear Kaith at all?
Nope.
You might be out of that zone. Say it one more time, Kaith. Third time's a charm.
Said, "Hey, Cal, look, there's a forest."
Oh yes. Well, we've been riding by a few of them. And he'll look out into the forest and see if there's anything of note.
So you look east to the forest, and ideally you're kind of actually right where the blue brick is. As you are making your way easterly, once again you see the forest, which is still a decent ways away. It's not exactly to scale on the map, but it's there. You know, the trees are starting to pop up here and there, but you're very much in the plains yet. And just beyond the curve here, heading in towards the Brain Woods, there's it looks like a tower, basically.
That looks strange. I didn't expect the tower to be over there.
Does towers really signify something bad? Can it be good?
I didn't think it signified anything good or bad. I just didn't expect it.
Cal, what's your passive perception? And Keith, what's your passive perception?
I believe mine's a
Mine-
9.
Actually, and Fate would have a possibility with this as well. Fate, what's your passive perception?
6.
6.
And mine is a
That would mean it's a
also
16.
9.
Mine's only a 9.
If his perception mod's a 6, that means his passive is a 16.
Yeah, because passive perception is 10 plus your wisdom modifier, is it not?
Well, it's 10 plus your perception mod.
Gotcha.
So if you have proficiency, it adds that as well. And I think he probably went expertise in it. I'm guessing since he has a 16.
Yeah, let me just.
Yeah, I probably
check.
did.
Yeah, it's actually it's absolutely a 16 Fate. All right, so as you two up ahead get kind of wordy, and the conversation inside the wagon itself seems to be interesting. Fate, be it the one that you are, you're the one driving essentially. First off, give me an animal handling check. It's been about time. Look at you as you, yeah, as you mimic all the peasants that you frowned upon, and learned how to do peasants' work by driving a carriage or a cart or a wagon. As you kind of slap the reins on the hides of these horses, who incidentally are both white, you see like the sun rays kind of, they go black for a quick moment as you're, you sense like a shadow that had passed over you.
What was that?
No, what's up?
Did someone just go above us? The hell?
Above.
Give me an actual perception check now, Fate, as you look up. You look up, and you see what looks to be some sort of winged creature, kind of flew past you, and you look in that direction. And as you turn to the right to look at the other half of the sky, there seems to be a creature about to dive bomb on you, and we're going to go straight into initiative.
Oh shit! It's the Griffin. It's Skella Griffin. It's finally time.
Hold on, before we get full on initiatives, let me load up the map in question.
So here's a question for you: can a Skella Griffin fly?
I've been wanting to test that out for so long.
So, we are going to say that you folks, and let me change my color pen real quick.
Oof.
You guys are going to generally start in that circle. Be advised, you guys are walking kind of single file, kind of in a wagon. So bear that in mind. I didn't place the wagon on the table because I felt it was going to be an obstacle. But what I can do is simply do this. And it's not to scale, but let's just say hypothetically, There's your wagon.
Hey, Oscar or someone else.
You want me
would
to do it for you?
No, would you be able to update it on my token? It's not letting me type for some reason.
Gotcha, bud.
I think I'm dethinking from tabletop.
Let's see. You got a 14.
Yeah.
Alright. Get in there. Boop. Alright. Initiative is off. 14. And initiative.
Who's in the wagon? Oscar
I-
and Kavul.
Kavul was riding the shotgun.
Kavul's in shotgun?
Yeah.
Alright, so then Azar's gonna be back here.
Alright. And yeah, I was in the back working on shit. As I do.
Is Dirkish able to play yet? Or
Yeah, do you want me to put in your initiative too, Cal?
Yes, please.
Alright, I got you, bud.
Cal be up to the left side.
So Cal's token is going to be the horse until if and when he gets dismounted. And I'm actually going to make another token of a horse for Keith, and I'll just rename it Keith's horse for now.
Kate, what's the name of your horse?
Ginger.
That's cool.
Okay, Ginger.
Cal also got
It's the first thing I could think of, guys.
Yeah, good job. Apple, ginger, ginger and apple don't really go together. Where's Cal?
Alright, this is about right.
And Cal got a 14.
Sounds fine to me.
Alright, and include initiative. Alright, I've added the 3 in, and they're all initiative included. Right? Let me
Thank you.
double check
Thank you
myself.
for the assist, brother.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I gotta update my health on this.
Yeah, didn't you guys just level up or something?
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
How do I? Where's the?
It's the top max one.
Okay, thank you. Boom. All right. Ouch.
I don't know why I'm having so many fucking audio problems with streaming. What the hell's going on? Well, while you guys fuck around with that, let me change the music. All right, is everyone initiatives good to go?
I believe so.
All right, rolling initiative in 3, 2, 1.
We did it on the first try.
Hey, we've done it on the first try like once before. Come on.
There's actually something I wish to do real fast. A slight miscalculation in what I wanted to get done here, so just give me one slight moment here while I fix something.
Griffin.
There we go. Wow, your initiative sucks, guys.
Hey,
I'm perfectly content with mine.
I'm holding up the rear. Actually, my initiative would. I mean, it could be me or Keith. It don't really matter.
So,
Yeah, Keith.
all right, guys. So here's what's going down in Chinatown. This Griffin is going to be in the air. I will try to update the names of the tokens that are flying. So as this one creature flew past you, and I totally fucking deleted it by accident. So let me.
Yes, quick kill. Good job, guys. You're gonna have to re-roll the initiative thing too.
No, because the druids are actually riding on the back of these griffins.
Oh, okay. So you're just having their initiative. It's like when Cal's riding a horse.
All right, so let's just say this griffin dove past you, Fate, and flew back into the air, and it went up about 60 feet up into the sky. Let's go ahead and open up these sheets and let's get this fucking party going. Okay, so Druid number 2 is represented by this Griffin here. And that is the one that is currently dive bombing at you, Fate. So we're going to go ahead and start there. As Griffin number 2 swings down, you see on the back of this Griffin, under the back of the wings, holding on with his legs, this humanoid looking individual. And let's just say it's either an elf or maybe a human. It's difficult to see it exactly as it's dive bombing at you. But what you do find interesting is that as it's coming down, the Griffin kind of takes its claws and comes out as if it's going to try to slap at you. But the creature or the human on the back, or the elf or the humanoid on the back of this Griffin, has a stick in his hand, and it's glowing like a hue of dark black green. And not only is it glowing like that, it seems to have this tar-like substance all about it. As it swings down, start off with the Griffin, as the Griffin lashes out at you. And it's flying like right over your head, like 5 feet. Kavul, you would get an attack of opportunity on that as well. As it swings down, and let me do that first real quick. Claw. With the one claw coming in at a 13, doesn't quite grab you, Fate, as you drop the reins and kind of duck down a little bit. However, the quarterstaff swinging at your face as he flies by. You duck down, dodging the claw and the shillelagh as it swings right past you. It actually clips into the side of the wagon top, that rounded wagon, canvas situation, and it kind of snaps the side of it, leaving the wagon top a little off center, and it begins to fly up back in the air. So let's get an attack of opportunity from Kavul as well as Fate.
I don't get sneak, so it'll just be 9 damage.
Absolutely. Yep. So 9 damage as you kind of slide your rapier into kind of the hind leg of this Griffin. It kind of screeches as it whizzes past your head.
6 for me for 24 hits.
Yep, you absolutely take a smack at that as well, and slashes across very close to where Fate also slid it through. So let's just say that's 15 in total. You peel back your weapon, Kavul, and you peel it as you look at your blade where it slashed. The tip of your blade that made contact with this creature has blood on it, but it also seems to have this green, slimy tar that's also kind of latched onto your blade.
Interesting.
All right, that takes us to Druid number 3, who is hovering right above Kaith's head. Let's say he's hovering, let's say 30 feet over your head, Kaith. I'm just making sure I'm keeping track of the footage on the token. The druid on the back of this creature, Kaith, his hands begin to kind of glow, this tarry kind of dark green ichor, and it begins to flame up, and he hurls it at you. And it hits the ground in front of you, and it kind of almost like literally like a water balloon that's on fire, just splashes on the ground right next to the horse. Give me an animal handling check. With a 12, let me try one thing real quick. Oh my lord. Yes, the horse bucks, but you kind of hold it steady as you pull back on the reins, having the bit control this horse as it's trying to dodge flames at his feet. I'm going to say, for flavor context, this little white circle that I'm drawing on the floor is where there's like a small little burning tar right there. which takes us to Druid number 1, who's the one that originally dive bombed, and I'm just going to say he's loading up for another attack fate, and he'll pass that turn. Cal, you are up as you saw everything that just happened.
Okay, are any of the creatures down within melee range?
The lowest flying, hovering one right now, and they're all like mid-flight, but 30 feet. Griffin number 3 is 30 feet above, almost directly above Kaith.
Okay. Can I hold my turn for when one of them comes down within 10 feet of the ground?
I mean, yeah, as long as you're within attack range. Do you have reach or no?
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
Do you have reach?
Yes, I do.
So you have a 10-foot attack.
With the glaive, I have reach.
Okay, so we're using the glaive and not the sword?
Yep, we're using the glaive.
Fantastic. Also, guys, take into consideration you do have horses or little... These green squares are going to say these are the horses that are pulling your wagon, because I want to make sure we're making reference here. Okay, cool. Sure, as you pull your glaive and you waiting for your opportunity, Kavul, outside of this wagon, you don't see the sky. I mean, you saw something fly past and swing at fate. No, you're outside. What the fuck am I talking about? You're in the front. Yeah. You saw all that shit. I am sorry. I thought you were in the back for a moment.
No, I'm on shotgun. Let's see here. What to do? I had a plan, but now it's... Yeah, I'm gonna... Up at a wonderful Griffin in front of me there.
All right, that's 30 feet.
Number
that's
3.
30 feet high. What's your range on whatever spell you're using?
Oh no, it's only 30. Never mind. I thought that was 60. I thought that was 60. Never mind. No one's hurt yet? No. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna... The one in front of me then.
Okay. What are we doing?
Do guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt. Nice.
On the Griffin.
On the Griffin with a 24. Your guiding bolt leaves your hands and literally shatters, and it kind of makes like a miniature explosion on the side. You know what? Would it hit like that?
Ooh, big damage. All max except for 1.
19 radiant. The druid, although the Griffin kind of spins upside down temporarily, like it's tumbling through the air, the druid kind of grabs onto feathers and holds on as the Griffin begins to right himself back up.
That is my turn.
Brutal fucking hit, bro. Brutal hit. Boom. And it kind of leaves a seared mark of missing feathers and fur right where that contact was made. All right. That leaves us, takes us rather to fate.
All right. Are these druids up in the top 1, 2, and 3 like in game invisible yet?
They're all riding the Griffins.
Oh, all those are.
Yeah, and the number corresponds to the Griffin that they're on.
And when I'm looking at these Griffins, how high off? Oh, they're 30 feet.
Well, that one's 30
60
feet.
feet.
We have 60 and a 50. Yeah.
Shit. I'm gonna pull out. I guess I'm gonna pull out my short bow and shoot an arrow at Griffin number 3.
All right, make it happen.
The one in front of us, it's glowing, so you get
Hey, do I get sneak attack on my thing
You-
because I'm near allies?
No,
Well,
the
you
enemy
get
has
sneak
to be
attack
near.
because you have advantage because of the
Guiding bolt.
guiding bolt, so you would get it there.
Absolutely. With a 26, your arrow sinks in, and once again a squawk from up in the sky or 30 feet high as your arrow flies straight into it, almost disappears completely. All you see is the felt.
Don't you just duck back into here? End of turn.
And you said you're dipping into the wagon, taking cover from the heights, right?
Yep.
Absolutely. Beautiful. That takes us to Kaith.
So I'm gonna aim at the one that's that 30 feet in front of me, well above me.
Okay, as you're on horseback, absolutely.
See, I don't like magic, so I'm a little distracted by the magic.
Roll 3d6.
Leave magic out of this.
Way to start your rolls for the session. With an 8 ranged. Okay, so okay, this little tar fireball thingy slams next to you. Your horse bucks. You hold on and spin. To get your attack, you have to let go of the reins and you try to squeeze your little legs over the large body. You just don't have enough to hold it. As the horse once again bucks and spins, you let an arrow fly in some random fucking direction, but you lose your balance and you slam on the ground on your ass as the horse is literally stomping and trampling above you. At the moment, you are not injured, but you fear as if this horse continues to do what it's doing, it may stomp on you.
Oof.
Would that be your turn? Technically, you still have movement, but you are prone currently.
I'm just gonna stand up.
Okay, you stand up underneath the horse. Fantastic. And you know what? We could probably use your actual token now, and we'll just jam it over here just to represent that you're in this area. You're technically inside the horse's cube, but you know what the hell's going on. Whatever. You're tilted to the side, laying down. You stood up. All right, cool. Would that be your turn?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Oscar, you're up.
So the griffin that Kavul shot with the guiding bolt, that one is sort of like off balance almost right now.
I mean, it's taken some susceptible damage here. I would say, sure, it's definitely shaken, but they don't seem to be faltering.
So the right, so does that means the rider, right? The rider's on there pretty fine.
Oh, he's holding
Okay.
on. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna try to make it so that he can't hold on.
Sure.
Now just let me know if I have to make a check to know if this is a thing. But can I cast grease on top of the griffin?
Yeah, link grease again, please.
All right.
Let's see what the exact wording here. I'm cool with it, but let me just make sure we're reading this correctly first, because I know it's like a target you can see or some shit like that. Okay, 10-foot square, center the point within range, and turns into difficult terrain. I mean, you know what? That sounds cool. Sure, you can absolutely slather, because the griffin is a large creature, so technically the entire back of this creature as it dribbles down. But you kind of put it between the rider and the mount. That's a dex save, right?
Yeah, he has to make a dex save.
That's an immediate dex save, I believe. And then it's at the end of each turn, correct?
Correct.
All right. What's your DC? I rolled a 16.
That beats it.
Okay. So, yeah, he's definitely struggling. He's holding on, but like he'll hold on with one hand and his other hand like whoop, slips, and he's trying to put his hand back into the grease, and he's like now covered in grease himself.
Yeah. Oh, you want to stay on that thing? Well, if you stay on it, you're gonna keep having to try to not slip. And then Oscar is going to also he's gonna hide as a bonus action within the cart. He has precious cargo. And that will be my turn. Guys, you can set it on fire now. They're both just oiled up.
Awesome. Griffin number 2, or Druid number 2, technically.
Oh, I have to roll a d20.
Oh yes, please do.
Damn it!
Ooh. All right. All right, let's do this. So Griffin number, what is Griffin number 2 gonna do? You know what he's going to do? Griffin number 2 is going to fly straight over above and do almost like a vertical dive. And wait, he's 50 feet up. He has, okay, so we'll do diagonal. So at least it's enough, and probably move 5 feet past. So here's what's going to happen. He's technically going to be like only hovering maybe 5 feet off the ground at this point here. Actually, no, wagon. Let's just say the wagon's 10 to 15 feet tall. So he'll hover 10 feet above the ground. Let me change that first. Okay, so he swings down. The Griffin takes its claws and tears open the wagon. So the wagon has this huge sunroof in it now. As it rips open, as this creature flies across and does that, you hear a druid chanting. You hear it faintly because he's kind of on the outside, but you hear him chanting, and then and kind of accentuates his last word as in the center of your cart, I draw a circle to show you the center. Weeds and vines begin to sprout all through the inside of the wagon, and it pushes through to the outside, pushing through cracks in the wood, through the canopy that's not torn on the sides. It comes out of the back and the front. 20 feet square around the outside of that. So let's go 5, 10, 15. So it's 20 foot square. So this is 15. So let's just say it's sorry, tabletop's not the easiest to draw shit with.
So, okay. So right in behind the horses at least.
Yeah, the horses are still free, but within the little targeting system that I just did here, vines and everything's needs ground. So basically, plants start to kind of tangle around you here. A creature in the area, when you cast a spell, must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained. So everyone within that square, give me some strength saves, please.
I'm gonna give myself advantage with my ability.
Okay.
Strength saving throw. Harlow cards. All right, and now I have to roll another d20. Come on, fun things, fun things. I got another 19. What the hell?
I need a strength save from Azar as well, please.
All right, 1 second. Strength save. 10.
Everyone except for Azar saves. So as these vines start to kind of spin around your ankles, Fate, and Kavul, it starts to grab onto your wrist. You kind of snap it and pull it away, wiggle your way out. But Azar begins to become fully entrenched in plant life as he's kind of getting bound together in plants. And that would be Druid number 2's turn. Which takes us to Druid number 3, who is the one covered in grease. He's gonna do something. What is he gonna do?
He's gonna fall. He's gonna fall.
Well, I roll at the end of the turn, right?
You do. You roll at the end of
Okay.
your turn.
You know what he's gonna do? He is going to conjure up a small rain cloud above his head, washing away grease that's on his hands. The creature, I'm going to say 1 block of 5 feet, begins to kind of get thinned out. By next turn, his seating area will be devoid of grease, but the rest of the Griffin is absolutely still covered in grease. But he will use Druidcraft and create a small cloud over his head that begins to rain. Which means I am going to give him a dexterity saving throw at least once. With a 17, holds on for dear fucking life. The Griffin himself seems to be struggling, flapping his wings. As the wings are like getting heavier, I'm going to say he sinks down about 5 feet.
God, I wish I knew Firebolt.
That takes us to Drew number 1, who will dive down with a bright green shillelagh in hand. Cal, give me your held action, please, and swing with that glaive. As you swing, unfortunately, you don't make purchase onto your intended target. The Griffin takes its claws, swings at you with a 20. What is your AC, bud? I believe he might be on a call, by the way, guys. So if you guys can assist, that would be great.
His AC, I think, is 19.
Is it 19?
Yeah, it's 19.
19 now? Okay. So the claws absolutely grab onto you. The creature will also follow up with an attempt to bite you in the same process, but the bite just snaps right past your head. And then the druid itself, as the griffin's kind of flapping in place, clawing at you, the druid comes down with a double-handed shillelagh attack, trying to come vertical on top of your head. Doesn't hit perfectly as it kind of careens into your shoulder pads, clink, but doesn't do any actual fucking damage. As this creature is going to... He dove down. I'm saying he has about at least 15 feet left. He's going to fly back up in the air 15 feet, and he was flying down 5, so he's up at 20 feet now.
Sorry, I was a little distracted. Do I get my second attack on him as well, or was it just the one?
That's a good question. Can a multi-attack be held as an action? Technically, you're holding your action. Your action is the attack. Your action is 2 smipes. So I don't see why that wouldn't be a feasibility. So go ahead.
Okay,
A 15 does crash into the bottom of this creature as he begins to fly away. You kind of catch it on the belly under some fur and feather. For
Perfect.
14.
Guys, these guys
And
are
I'm going to mark it
spellcasters.
as well.
We need to capture them.
You said you're going to mark it?
Yep.
Oh, let me grab a token here.
Looks like my call won't be for about 2.5 hours.
I'm using Hunter's Mark just for shits and grins for now. Okay, cool. As this creature is hovering over, you take your damage, by the way, Fate. He took 12 slashing damage is what made it through with the claw attack.
And that's after his ability?
I don't know.
So that would be 9.
9? Okay. So 9 slashing damage as like the claws wrap around like your chest plate and just maybe 1 or 2 talons get behind it. Okay. That brings us to Cal.
Okay, the creature is still out of range, right?
He is hovering 20 feet above the ground. You're on back of a horse. Let's say the horse is 5 feet.
He's out of range.
You're at, yeah, he's 5 feet out of your range.
Yep. Cal is going to do the same thing, ready his action for that, but he's going to yell at them. Why are you attacking us? We are no threat to you.
Give me a perception check, Cal.
Okay. Oh, you stupid thing.
What'd you call me?
Oh, I called you a stupid thing.
Oh, fantastic.
No, for whatever reason, it keeps... Can you roll it for me?
Yeah, 1 second. Or even better, what's your passive perception? We'll just go with that. 9,
It
right?
was negative.
okay,
It
never mind.
was -1, so it's the roll -1.
A roll -1. Here, I'll just do this. Fucking...
Yeah.
With a 13, I'm going to go ahead and say, as you say this, you're looking directly at this creature. His skin on either side of his cheek seems to be tar-like. And the creature he's flying has blotches of tar on it as well.
Oh god, undead. Okay. I'm readying another attack.
Fantastic. Kavul, you're up.
Okay, Griffin number 3 again over there. Since it worked so well last time, I'm gonna do a guiding bolt, but this time at level 2.
Make it happen.
Oh,
With a 10, your guiding bolt and goes into the sky, missing completely. This griffin, like, almost barrel rolled out of the way.
okay. Yep, that is it.
Okay. Lovely, lovely, lovely. That takes us to Fate.
All right. What do we got? Who's 10 feet? Nope. 20? Nope.
Well, the
25?
wagon,
Nope.
we could absolutely say the wagon, well, it's still, yeah, if you stood at the wagon, you could probably reach 10 feet. It'll be in the cube vertical diagonal from you. So you'd be able to attack it. The problem is that there's a canopy kind of in the way here.
All right. I'm going to. Just gonna go. Can I move? Do I got to re-roll a strength check if I move every time I move through this thing? How does this work? How does that
It
spell
was
work?
entangle, right?
It's entangle, yeah.
Entangle's like a level 1 or 2 spell, so it's probably not too crazy.
It's a level 1. It says here, grasping weed sprout, 20-foot square, yada yada yada. For the duration, yeah. These plants turn the ground to difficult terrain. A creature within the area and you cast a spell must succeed or get entangled, which you guys pass. A creature restrained by the plants can use its action to make a strength check. Your spell.
So it's only the first time.
Yeah.
After
So
you-
once you make the check, it's just considered difficult terrain for those who are
It's-
not restrained.
It's like the web spell, like you used on us before.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right, then
so
I'm just gonna
it's
shoot
the
my
weaker
bow
version
at
of
Griffin number 3 again.
Okay, absolutely. A 13 whizzes once again past the griffin as the vines try to grab at your ankles again. Perhaps
Do they
that's
not
what
have
caused.
that guiding bolt to get advantage on it anymore?
He missed.
He missed it.
Yeah, it only works on the following attack.
Would that be your turn?
Yeah, I'll slide back in here.
Absolutely. As you dive back into the weeds. Keith. The horse rears. Its back, he kind of goes on his back legs, and his hooves are beginning to stomp back down. Why don't we start you off with some flavor? Give me a dexterity saving throw, please. Beautiful. As you step to the side, the horse thuds in the floor next to you, kicking up dust.
Does that obscure my view?
No, it's not that bad. It's just flavor crap.
Okay, so I'm gonna shoot at that one again.
That one? I'm sorry? What number is
Yeah,
that
number
one?
3.
Number three? Okay, gotcha. Using the large horse, you kind of shoot underneath, using the horse as some sort of cover. Whoom! And an arrow flies from under the horse directly into the bottom side of this griffin. Roll damage, please. Wow, you guys hit hard. The creature, once again, squawks in the air. You begin to hear the druid chant something. Would that be your turn, Kate?
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to stay underneath the horse.
Okay, the horse is still bucking and may... Okay, the horse is still bucking.
Well, in his shadow, like kind of use him as a shield.
Okay, absolutely. Would that be your turn?
Yeah.
Oscar! Oscar, give me
All
a...
right.
Where's your egg at, by the way?
It was like holding the box.
You're holding
Like,
the box. Okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty much always holding the box. If not, I'm sealing it away within like my bag or something in the moment, which I.
Okay.
So. In this situation, I would. Azar. Wait, has Azar had his turn? to try to
Um,
break
I
out?
didn't think you put his initiative in.
I did
Oh,
because he goes when you go.
Oh, okay.
You- so can we see if he's still
Yeah,
entangled?
roll a
really quick?
strength. Roll a strength save for me there, feet. Dirkish. Azar begins to kind of wiggle, and you hear snaps as vines free him up. He would have had a movement too, by the way, Cal. Although his action would have been used to break the vines on this round. Do you want to move him or keep him there?
Jump him off.
Jumping him off. There's still a canopy to the sides. He could jump out the back,
Out the back is perfect.
and he'll duck down behind the backside of the wagon.
With his crossbow out.
With his crossbow out. Fantastic. Okay, Oscar, go ahead now. I'm sorry.
No, no worries. I just didn't want to make sure that Cal got to do whatever he wanted to do. All right. So with that, Oscar sees all these griffins going around. He looks at Fate. So you're gonna stay in here, right? And so he's gonna walk to Fate. Fate, please protect this with your entire life, please, or something like that. And Oscar like passes him the box. And then Oscar's like, all right, Kavul, hold that shield. And then he's going to run and jump. And he's going to try to jump off the front of Kavul's shield to get on top of the Griffin.
Okay. All right. Roll me a acrobatics.
Yeah. All right. Acrobatics. Oh,
Oh, man. Roll me a sleight of hand.
okay. Sleight of hands all the way down here.
Okay.
Do you have inspiration as well? Or not inspiration? Yeah, DM inspiration.
Do I?
I know I
Do
went.
I
I updated everything. I know you used it last week, so I know I updated a recent post. Was your
okay.
name
No,
up?
I didn't. I didn't put mine in yet, so no, I don't have inspiration right now. It's fine.
Okay.
You work with what you got.
All right, so here's what happens. As Kavul takes his shield and alley-oops you, and you know what? For shits and grins, Kavul, give me an athletics check too. I just want to see something real quick for my own little flavor concept. Okay. As Kavul holds his shield with both hands and alley-oops you, you bounce up. Unfortunately, you mistime your jump, Oscar, and you don't quite grab onto, or at least you don't get enough altitude to land on the back of the creature. Instead, you fall just short, but you reach your hands out and you snag on a handful of feathers and fur as you are dangling from the leg of the creature. You can let go if you wish. I'm not going to say that's a fact. You can absolutely hang on or let go. I will give that up to you. But you do have a hold of this griffin's leg.
Okay. Can I use my action to?
You already
to
used an
climb up?
action.
To do a running jump?
Well, you move 10 feet in difficult terrain, so that's 20 feet
Bonus
plus the
action
run and jump.
dash.
Oh, that's... Ooh. You know what? That sounds cool. If you want to use your bonus action dash to effectively try to slink your way up, sure. I'll let you do that, but you're going to have to give me a check. Give me another athletics check or acrobatics check to see how well you do it. If you beat a 10, I'll say you're able to go up there perfectly fine.
Okay. I'll do that.
Beautiful. You want to be in front of the druid or the back of the druid?
I'm going to I'm gonna go into the the front of the guy and like try to like loop my hand around his, like they have like a stirrup type thing, right? There's like a reins.
It's more like a leather binding that wraps around the midsection of the griffin. It's not like a full-on saddle like a horse would have. It's very crude, but it works.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna like go in the front of the guy and like wrap my. Can I use my what I got left to just like get right in front of the guy and then wrap my arm around whatever he's using to hold on.
I mean, you could get up there and hold on to the same leather strap that he's holding on to. Sure.
Yeah, okay. And so I'm really like saddled up like right in front of him.
Yeah, you
Like,
guys
so,
are literally cock to cock right now. It's yeah, you guys are there.
wait, is
You're
it a
it.
guy or a girl?
Is it a guy or a girl?
Non-binary?
I'll tell you what. Odds or evens, Oscar?
Let's go with the odds are in my favor.
All right, odds. If it's an odd, I'll let you choose the sex. If it's an even, I choose the sex. It is an odd number. Is it a male or female, Oscar?
I'm gonna go with female just to make just because Oscar is awkward and it'd be even weirder for him.
Fantastic. All right, would that be your turn, Oscar?
Yeah. If I've already used my movement bonus action and action.
Yeah, you're fully tapped out.
Yeah. So
awesome. Oscar went a little Rambo there for a minute. Let's see what happens. As it happens, that druid number 2 is next to go. So let's recap. You bounce off the shield like Super fucking Mario. You biff it. You grab on. You slink your way up, and you kind of throw your leg over this griffin. You hold on to the strap. Is your back to the creature or to the druid, or is your front?
No, I'm face. It's like
you're face to face.
Yeah, it's like you ever like like the scenes in like movies where like the two like kids are like sitting like cross-legged just looking in each other's eyes.
Yeah.
It's like that, except they're trying to kill me.
Absolutely. So as a result, the druid is going to try to grab you and grapple you.
Okay.
So I'm initiating. That's my strength. You could either use acrobatics or athletics.
Use acrobatics.
The creature, the druid, lets go. Well, he doesn't. He lets go with one arm, one hand, and he kind of tries to put a headlock on you. He kind of puts his free hand around, so he pulls you close. Your face gets kind of smothered a little bit in his like pec area. It's kind of tarry and oily here. He reeks, by the way. When your face comes close to his chest, it smells like a hint of sulfur. And it kind of slimes on the side of your face a little bit. But this is different than the blotchy tar that's on the griffin. This is more of a slime, and it has that odor to it, and it's slippery.
Guys, this chick stinks.
She kind of gazes into your eye as she pulls you close. I said peck. I meant breast, by the way. So
that
yeah,
was the first time Oscar's had his head in a girl's chest before.
Yeah, and it's slimy and smells like poo.
Oh damn! This is what this is like. Why do people like this?
So with its successful grapple on you, and with her little bit of movement, she's going to attempt to shove you off of this creature. It's going to be another, basically my strength versus your acrobatics or athletics.
All right.
Oh, damn. You're holding on as she tries to shove you off, and you both are in this grapple scuffle on the back of a griffin. The griffin is going to continue to fly straight up into the air.
This is going to end awesomely or really bad.
The full movement. You guys are now 90 feet in the air.
This is not
Hey, Frog. Does
Yeah.
it leave my area at all?
You can take a swipe, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna use my Warcaster feat.
Okay, are we hitting the griffin or the druid?
The Griffin.
Okay.
To cast a Bestow Curse on the Griffin.
Oh,
So
link
needs to make a
that.
Wisdom saving throw. And
Ooh.
the ability I'm gonna pick is at the start of every turn it has to make a Wisdom saving throw or do nothing.
At the start.
Oh.
Hold on, let me. I just want to make sure I'm doing this right for your due diligence here. Give me 1 second. Let me just quickly breeze this. I rolled a 14. What's your DC?
14.
14. Meet to meet. So it doesn't happen, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, that was fucking cool. What does this do now? While cursed, the target has disadvantage on ability check, saving throws.
I get to choose one, yeah.
Okay, and then this was basically they don't do anything. That's what it was.
Yeah, one of the choices is it has to make a wisdom saving throw at the start of its turn or take no action.
No action, but still could take movement though, right?
If it fails, it wastes its action doing nothing.
Say, okay, so no action, but
Yeah.
movement still works. Okay, cool. Nevertheless, as you attempt, this griffin, I guess, is way too focused on what the hell's going on in its back as he flies straight up. Kavul, you look straight up, and you just see the shadow of a griffin over your face. And you look up, and you hear Oscar and, I don't know, whatever her name is, Mama Lakabubude, as they kind of struggling back and forth. Awesome. That's going to be fucking exciting when that expires. Nevertheless, Griffin number 3.
I might be the one to expire.
Griffin number 3 holds hand up in the air and kind of conjures up another ball of this tar-like fireball and whips it down. Let's go with Kaith on this one. That's going to be... What's your AC?
14.
14. Doesn't quite do it as another glob of fiery tar hits the ground next to you, splashing like a water balloon of tar. And I will mark the ground where it's going to continue to burn right in front of you. The horse, spooked yet again, begins to run. All right, cool. That takes... That's... well, you know what? No, that doesn't take that. As the horse runs... Griffin, what are you going to do, Griffin? Fuck it. Fuck it. It's only 25 feet in the air. It's going to come down and will attempt to beak you and claw you. A 24
Is this the same one that I hit last turn?
Negative. The beak or the claw is going to slash at you. The beak is going to try to bite at you. The beak snaps just past you, Kaith, as you duck out of it. But as you duck out of it, you didn't see the right hand paw basically Freddy Krueger you on the side of your hip for 9 slashing damage.
Ow.
The creature will then fly straight up minus that. So let's just call it 60 feet. All right. That takes care of Druid number 3. Druid number 1, Druid number 1. This is the one in front of you, Cal. And you guys are... No, he's hovering 20 feet. You're just out of its reach. This creature will fly up an additional 20 feet. Now hovering 40 feet. Oh boy, what am I gonna do? How many glaives you hit me with? What's that?
The first 2. So when it came down to attack Kaith, wouldn't it be within my range to charge it with my held attack?
No, that was number 3. You're not that close to Kaith. Kaith is no one streaming for you? Can you not see anything?
Where I'm at, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, no, you're
She's
unfortunately...
behind the horse, isn't she?
She's on the opposite side of the cart of you. You're kind of alone right now. The nearest person to you is Fate, and he's kind of ducked into the canopy of the cart.
Oh, okay. I thought she would have been within the 60 to 80 feet of me.
Nah, 60 to 80 feet of you. Yes. What am I missing that you're doing? I feel like I'm...
My horse. The speed of my horse.
So... Because last time you had made your turn, you said you were holding an action. I didn't move your horse at all.
Oh, okay. I was holding the whole thing. So, but, that works. All right.
I'm sorry. I'm confused. I want to make sure I'm doing due diligence for you. So what?
I'm holding my entire turn for when one comes within range, so I can charge and attack them.
Oh, that's what you wanted to do. All right, so let's go back a second here, since it's not much. Sure, your horse can absolutely come in. And you have reach, so we'll just do that. Sure, go ahead and make your glaive attack. Was it the first 2?
It'd be the first 2.
All right, so 25 and 11. The 25 absolutely stings for 11. Okay, cool. As this griffin is trying to fly up, you slash it really good. Blood drips down from its paw from 60 feet above you as it kind of hauls ass away a little bit. Now then, griffin number 1 would then go, since that was your held action turn, correct? All right.
Yes.
So, griffin number 1 will not have any of that shit. As this griffin hovers 15 feet above you. Let me change it. Oh, not 50, 15. Sorry, guys, keeping track of everything here. You hear the druid humming to himself and then sticks its hand out and a crackling thunder wave comes out, whoom, trying to go right into Applejack and Cal. I need a Constitution saving throw, Cal.
Okay, 1 second. Luckily, that's my best.
And while you do that, let me see what the horse is.
Why the hell does it keep doing that?
So a riding horse's Constitution modifier is a +1. So if you want to roll a flat D20, Cal, for your horse as well, add +1 to it.
Okay. I take it this is an AoE attack?
Thunderwave. He's trying to dismount you.
Okay.
All right. So, as this boom thunderwave flies out, you both fail, taking. Hold, please. Both taking 6 points of thunder damage. Then a melee attacks roll. You force an attack targeted your mount and hits you instead, but this is an AoE. Your mount is subject to the effect that allows it to make a dex saving throw and take only half damage, which is not the case. It's a Constitution.
That's what I did. That's...
Yeah, so you
I
both.
just want that to check it.
No, you're good. You both get pushed on, like, how many feet away? 10, is it? 10 feet away. So, as this creature slams, you roll off of your mount. You don't take any additional damage because of your training. But the horse, Applejack, is on his side as he begins to struggle to get back up. But you are effectively dismounted for the moment.
Okay.
And just for sake of accuracy, I'm going to place your token next to Applejack just to signify that you're dismounted. All right, cool, guys. Sweet. So that was that. And the Griffin will use the remaining movement, which I believe is about 30 feet left. We'll fly back up in the air for 45 feet. Okay. That is now Cal's turn.
Cal is going to run over to his horse and check him and try to remount if the horse is getting back up.
Yeah, the horse is absolutely getting back up and ready to receive you.
Okay, he's going to go ahead and remount. And how high is the Griffin right now?
The one that threw you off, 45 feet in the air. The one nearest Kaith is between you and Kaith is 60 feet in the air.
Okay, the one that just dismounted me, I'm going to attack. Why the hell does it keep on doing that?
There's a setting in your sheet, it's in like the top right where it sometimes turns on auto roll damage, and you can turn it off.
That's not what the problem is.
Oh, I thought that's what you were talking about.
No, the problem is whenever I move on my character sheet, it refreshes it for some reason. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a javelin. Actually, throw 2 javelins at it. If you can roll that for me. Oh wait, never mind. It's letting me now.
Okay. The first javelin swings and it kind of falls through. Oh my lord. The second javelin makes, because you have a javelin here for 12, but the second javelin was a crit.
Okay.
Your second javelin thunks right into the chest meat. Roll your damage, and you did for fucking 15. Is that 15? No, that's
13.
13. Thank you.
Nice. And I can't mark that, so that'll be the last thing I do. I'm going to yell for
Well, that
Azar.
Griffin was marked already. I don't know if that changes anything.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, cool.
But you can go ahead and remove the mark because it's not close enough to me now.
Okay. All
and
right.
then I'm going to go ahead and yell for Azar, who is going to. He's going to go ahead and try shooting at it.
Azar goes clockwise around the outside back of the cart and fires.
And I take back he had a short bear.
Oh my lord, with a 22, absolutely just sinks into the ass end of this Griffin.
Ooh.
For 2
piercing.
damage.
Whoop!
And that'll be the end of the turn.
Incredible. Kavul, you're up.
Okay, let's try another guiding bolt level 2.
What's your target?
Griffin 3.
3, all right. A 20 slams into the Griffin.
For 23 damage.
How do you kill the Griffin?
I just like the bolt just goes straight through it and knocks it out from under the rider. Who then falls 60 feet, right?
60 feet. That's 5d6, gentlemen. Just a moment. Wait, does he have a reaction? Does he have a reaction? He does not have a reaction.
Cry for his model.
All right, 5d6. That's 10, 16, 18, 19 damage. As he falls like a comet to the ground, he hits the ground with a very large thud. Oops, didn't mean to do that. With a very large thud, and you could hear as the wind kind of gets knocked out of him for the moment, and he is absolutely prone. And I said, how much damage? 19?
Yep.
Wow, 19 for.
For falling 60 feet, yeah.
A 2,
Oh yeah, no, that's about right.
Yep. 2, 6, 6, 4, and a 1.
Yeah, that is my turn.
Absolutely. Wow.
Actually, as a free, I'm gonna shout to Keith. Hey, Keith, I got you a present.
Fate, you're up as you look over your 2 horses that are kind of, the cart horses. You just see it's raining druids outside.
Hallelujah.
I gotta protect this damn egg, though. God damn it. Alright. So we have 1 druid on the ground and 2 in the air still.
Correct.
Alright, so I'm going to. I'm just gonna go right here. I can put the egg down and then shoot my bow and then get back in, right? And then pick it back up.
Sounds fair.
Alright, well I'm gonna shoot the bow.
Fate, you're a good man. Oscar thinks
druid
90
number
feet in
3.
the air.
And who are you shooting?
I'm gonna shoot the druid that's on the ground, druid 3.
Absolutely. You're at least high enough where you're shooting over the horses. I'm okay with that. So yeah, go ahead and make your shot. And the creatures. Oh, hold on. Before you make your shot, I know you're fairly new. Just so you're aware, prone creatures that are being shot at ranged are automatically at disadvantage because they're prone. Just so you're aware.
Alright, I shot anyway, so did I
Okay.
hit?
A 14 with disadvantage. It fucking hits. Oh my lord, for 9
Is it in
piercing
range or
damage.
sneak attack? Or...
Is
Nope.
it in range? No, it doesn't matter. Your attack was at disadvantage anyway. But 9 piercing. As your arrow gets threaded through the air in the high grass, you hear a thud and flesh tear. How do you kill this creature?
I don't see it, but the arrow just goes in, through the shoulder and into his heart, and he dies.
Absolutely. Kaith, you hear
And I
gurgling.
pick the 8 back up and I move back.
You hear gurgling, Kaith, from the high grass in front of you. Which takes us now to Kaith.
So I'm going to so I'm just gonna move because I don't know because I can't see him right through the high grass.
I mean, it's high grass, but it's not like it's. You could see him. It's
So I
not
know he's
horrible.
dead.
Yeah, you saw an arrow just literally go in through his shoulder and through his heart sideways. Yeah, he's fucked.
All right, so I'm going to move back anyway. And I'm going to shoot at number 1.
Number 1. Yeah. Go ahead, make it happen. A 23 with your short bow sinks into the creature yet again. Five piercing damage. Griffin squawks and attempts to kind of rear its head. The rider holds on and kind of, you hear him, yeah, or saying something to kind of keep the Griffin straight. Would that be your turn?
Yeah, I moved in my action.
Gotcha. All right, cool. Which takes us to Oscar.
What race do these guys look like?
Oh, you got a clear view now. This one in particular looks like a female, let's say elf.
Ah. All right. And Oscar's looking down. He's like, real fucking high. Well, I can't risk, being pushed off. So
Remember, you're
Oscar's
grappled.
Yeah. Not for long. I'm going to expend one of my spell scrolls. So I'm going to roll for it, and the spell is...
1 second. Let me just make sure that using items is something that can be done in grapple. 1 moment. Conditions grapple. The creature's speed becomes 0. Yeah. We know that. Condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. Yeah. The condition also ends if the effect... Wait. The condition also ends if an effect removes the grappled creature from the reach. Blah, blah, blah. It doesn't say that you cannot use items in grapple, so I'll let it go.
All right, so I'm gonna use my I'm gonna expend the spell scroll, which I wanted to keep. This was one of the ones I wanted to keep the most. But well, I'm 90 feet in the air, guys. So I'm gonna use a bonus action to use the scroll. So I'm going to
Bonus action?
Yeah, it's a bonus action spell.
Oh, look at you, you son of a bitch. I didn't even catch that. Okay, what level spell is it?
First level.
First level spell. I'll roll your Arcana.
All right, let me just make sure that...
And we said it was going to be 10 plus the level of the spell, I believe, right? Let me double check just to make sure we're doing this.
Yeah. All right, let me just make sure that I have my right mods in there. Mods 1. Yep, okay, perfect. All right, so query.
Sorry, it's going to be 12 plus the level of your spell.
So it's 13. All right.
Correct.
And go. Yes.
Yes. So let me flavor this a little bit here, and then we'll go right in. So you're being yoked and trying to push, and the slime is all over your face, and you're kind of like, just mind you, on the back of this flying creature who's having a hard time keeping both of you guys leveled off. And the wings are flapping, everything's moving. You're fucking 90 feet in the air. You kind of, being smothered, you dig into your pouch and you pull out the first scroll you happen to grab, and it happens to be grabbing and snaring strike. And with one eye open, you read the text. and the page begins to glow. The text on the page begins to hum, and then the scroll blows up, and the spell takes effect. So tell me how the spell goes.
So essentially, Oscar with his, has his rapier in his other hand, and like a green like spiral wraps around it, and Oscar's like, "Welp, here goes nothing," and he's going to cast. You know, I feel like Booming Blade works with this situation. Um, I'm gonna cast Booming Blade and attack the Griffin. Now, if my attack hits, the Griffin has to make a saving throw, or it's restrained. And and if it's restrained in the air,
It's coming down.
it's gonna fall.
Yeah, it's coming down. Hardcore. Oh my god. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll to hit, and just saying, like, having your wings tied up is not a thing that a griffin would
Yeah.
experience quite often. So
Yeah.
like maybe it's not it might not work in his favor. So I don't know. I'm gonna roll my attack now.
Let's see. AC 15.
All right. No.
Being grappled in the breast of this slimy poop smelling chick, you're just, it's difficult in the wings, and you try to stab at this griffin. You just don't do it, bro.
Well, I still have concentration on the spell at least.
You do. So at least you still have ensnaring strike on your blade for the moment.
No, it was gonna be so cool, Frog.
I know. I'm sorry, bro. But the dice have spoken.
Is there anything I could do? No, there's not a single. The only thing I could do is hope for the best. All right, that's my turn, Frog. That's my turn.
All right, Druid number 2, who is still grappled with you, will make an attack action to pin you and try to overpower you on the back of this griffin.
We're not even on the first date. Stop, please.
I need you to roll athletics or acrob. Actually, hold on one moment here. Let me just double check one. They don't ever make this. I'm pretty sure it's another action to pin. I think I have to roll. Fuck it. We're going to do it like that. We're going to roll for it. So, my strength versus your dex or strength. So, whatever your acrobatics or athletics, pick one of the two. And I'm going to use... Oh, nice. So, this chick is trying... this elf is trying to, like, smother you. Like, she has your head in her breasts, and she kind of tries to pull you from the back of your hair and tries to slam your face into the back of the griffin, pinning you down. But you kind of break free. You lose a little bit of your hair in the process as it's kind of in. You're still effectively grappled. It's just she wasn't successfully able to pin you. She heals the griffin. Oh my god. The griffin flies another 80 feet straight up in the air.
No, please, no.
That's nervous, man. It's fucking nervous.
Bro, you're gonna die too. Why are you doing this?
So, Druid number 1, who is over here, 45 feet in the air. Kavul, roll me a D6. 1 and 2 is you. 3 and 4 is Cal. 5 and 6 is Fate. 5. The druid begins to summon another one of these balls of tar fire and whips it at you, Fate. I'm going to say you're inside the card a little bit, which is going to give you a +2 to your AC, because I'm going to be fair. It misses completely, hitting the back of the wagon. The canopy of the wagon, Fate, you could hear starting to crackle. And you look up, and the white canopy is starting to singe a black hole as it slowly seems to be dripping into the cart, engulfing it in flame. At least just the canopy for now, not the cart.
Oh my god, every cart we get, man. What the hell?
And in fact, you know what I'm going to do as well?
Torment us more by making the cart actually on fire?
No, just adding some graphics where the fireballs are. All right, cool. That takes us to... You know what? This Griffin is going to fly up. No, this Griffin... I know what this Griffin's going to do. You're 170 feet, 80... No, not high enough. But it looks like this Griffin's going to try to fly up to Griffin number 2.
No, don't help. Fuck you. Guys, help! Help me, please!
Both Griffins are over 100 feet above you guys. This horse, give me animal handling, Keith. Roll me a D100, Keith. We're going to say east is the tower. East is the tower, so 32. Oh, all right, cool. Let's just say she's going to charge over here. Okay, cool. Cal, you're up.
So, seeing as the enemies are way out of reach, but the cart's on fire, Cal is going to run up and try to remove the part of the canopy that is on fire.
Absolutely. Your horse is more than able to make that requirement, and you're on horseback, as we stated before, so you absolutely charge as soon as my table stops auto-saving. Okay, let's just say right here. And you know what? Just for shits and grins, I'm just going to give that to you since you're not in immediate direct. So how exactly are you doing this? So the fireball is a tar ball on fire, and it's on top of the canopy, and it's slowly burning through. And any moment, it'll probably pass through the canopy and land on the inside of the cart.
So what I'm going to go ahead and do is, because the glaive is a big blade, I'm going to reach out and try to get that part of the canopy with the ball on it.
Absolutely.
And kind of fling it out.
Absolutely. You know what? Fuck it. Give me a strength check. Every denomination of 5 would be 5 feet. Look at you. You fucking whip that thing 25 feet away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And it kind of goes into some high brush to the side. Nice. Well done.
Nice. Azar, on the other hand, is a little bit more useful than me, and he's going to look up, and you can do this one randomly because that's pretty high. He's going to take a shot at whichever Griffin looks like he can hit.
It'll be a disadvantage because it's past 80 feet. They're both.
He definitely is not hitting whatever.
Correct.
Whatever one he
is that? Can you roll me a D6 as you crit missed? Or not a D6. Yeah. I'm sorry, 3D6. 3D6.
Grimace.
D6. All right. 8.
8. Very common one. You kind of, Azar kind of squeaks around, takes aim. The entangle spell is still there because that's from Griffin number 2. You get tripped up a little bit and you wind up falling prone. He accidentally squeezes the trigger of the crossbow and it kind of just goes boom into the side of the cart.
Sounds good. He'll use whatever's left of his turn to try to get back up.
All right, sure. You could absolutely do that. That's fine. And you stand back up. Would that be your turn, Cal?
Yep.
All right, Kavul, what are you doing?
Okay, so where exactly is Griffin 1? I know you said it flew up. Is it still in that area there?
125 feet above.
Okay. So... I wonder if I can do this. So if I was to like stand on the crossbar between the horses, I'd be 5 feet up, right?
Sure.
Off the ground.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, I'll move there, and I will be moving right back to where I am, just to make it
Okay.
easier. But when I'm there at max range, I'm going to cast a guiding bolt at it.
Is
At
the range
3rd
120?
level. Yes.
Oh my god.
At
Nice.
3rd level.
Oh, please hit, dude. Please hit.
Please, I need you.
Oh.
As your guiding bolt, I mean, it was a stretch. And as it goes higher into the sky, as soon as it hits its max range, it almost like it hits the creature, but it fizzles out. Like it lost its luster during the
I
travel.
was hoping that'd work.
Oh, dude, that would have been righteous, by the way, brother. Righteous.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay, sweet. Fate.
Fate's gonna jump out and get to this fireball right here, and he's gonna start cooking this egg to make scrambled eggs for breakfast.
Bro,
So, oh jeez, can I even do anything right now? 120. Can my bow reach that high?
I
I
but it'll
believe
be
so.
at disadvantage.
Jesus Christ.
The short bow can reach up to 320 feet.
I'm just gonna come right here. I'm gonna put the egg down. I'm just gonna shoot at Griffin number 1.
Absolutely. A 21 absolutely hits.
If only he had sneak.
I know, dude. That crit would have been righteous as well.
Am I within 5 feet?
No. You're on the other side. He's shooting at Griffin number
If
1.
he would have attacked the one that I'm on. Oh,
Disgusting.
And then just
Uh,
imagine
damage
it fall
then.
to your death afterwards.
Even still, that would have been it would have been 6 damage because you don't get sneak attack because it was at disadvantage. It would be the first number 6, not the +3 because the +3 represents the crit. So just 6 damage, right? Unless I'm miscalculating. Someone keep me honest.
if he would.
Yeah,
heal
it's just
no-
6.
Wait, what's just 6?
His bow attack.
It would do 9. He crit.
No, it's a
It's a
disadvantage.
disadvantage because
Oh, he has disadvantage. Oh shit, you're right. Yeah, it would just be 6. Yeah,
Just be 6.
You're right.
All right, cool. All right, yeah, but your arrow
Get up
kind of
the egg and slide back down.
absolutely. I mean, the arrow itself kind of click and gets its target. Very good shot. Kind of like just shooting into the sun. All right, Keith, you're up.
All right, I am going to number 2.
Okay.
Hopefully not hitting Oscar.
Well, they're on top. You're shooting from below, so I'm gonna just. Oh yeah, that's actually disadvantage because of the height.
How
You're
so?
because after 80 feet, your arrow doesn't have accuracy anymore. So anything beyond 80 feet is considered disadvantage for your bow. Long bows, I think it's 120 feet. Anything past that, it's disadvantage. So.
Damn it. Okay.
But
tried.
If you have sharpshooter,
Let him
it
die.
would count.
do you have sharpshooter?
No.
Nope. Okay. You fire, and your arrow just kind of loops like an arc, landing into the soft earth on the opposite side of nowhere land. Oscar, you're up.
Wait, I'm
Yeah.
gonna.
Oh, you're not gonna. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, because I'm not moving. I'm gonna do my steady aim, so I have advantage on my next attack roll.
Ooh. All right. Okay, Oscar.
All right, guys. So, now here's my question for you, Frog. And I know you're saying this whole, like you don't want us to ask as much, but this is an actual like, I don't know if it's possible kind of thing. So that's why I'm asking.
You have
Would
my,
I
you have
be-
my attention.
So, if I used my restraining thing on my ensnaring strike on myself, would I be able to essentially tie myself to the Griffin?
1 second. Next time you hit a creature with an attack, and before the spell ends, a really
Sounds kind of
massive
cool.
thorny vines appears at the point of impact. Target must succeed a strength saving throw, be restrained, which technically you can opt to fail. Technically, magical vines until a spell large or a larger creature has advantage on saving throws. Yeah. While restrained in the spell, you take a d6 at the start of each turn. A creature restrained by the vines, or one can touch the creature, can use the action of strength. I mean, yeah. I don't see why you couldn't do it on yourself. You would have to stab yourself, so you will be susceptible to your own damage die. But I don't see why you can't ensnare yourself to the Griffin. Sure. Which inadvertently makes the Griffin take the same damage, by the way, with the ensnaring strike, because you'd be strapped to the Griffin with the same spell, the Griffin being the ground here in this case. So yeah, that sounds cool with me.
Only problem is then I would have disadvantage on saves, and this guy would have advantage on hitting me. All right. Well, I'm gonna attack the person instead, because if since it's a concentration spell, they could just knock it off me.
Okay.
So I'm gonna attack them with a booming blade.
Okay.
All right, come on. And I can't give myself advantage until I cast another spell. So this is just flat attack. All right. Yes. Yes. Thank God. Thank fucking God. All right. All right. So I'm
Yep, absolutely. You take your rapier, and once again, being smothered, you just kind of jab it into her side a little bit here. Do your booming blade damage.
All right. And it's 10 damage, and they have to make a strength save.
Yep. Yeah. Let me do one thing at a time here. So this is for Druid number 2, and you said 10 damage on her. All right. Strength save. Scroll up. Strength. With a 5, fail.
Yes. Yes. So now that they're restrained,
Well,
can
hold
I just
on.
like?
So as the vines kind of glances off your rapier, and almost like a thorny snake begins to just twine her up, she inadvertently lets go of you. As she's trying to pull these things off of her, the backside and the hind end of the Griffin getting kind of inadvertently kind of tangled up as well, as these vines are kind of just wrapping and trying to attack. She's basically fused to the Griffin. How much damage does that do now?
Does it do damage on the first attack as well, or is it only the subsequent turns? While restrained, the target takes at the start of each of its turns. So yeah, it's only the
Subsequent.
it's only the subsequent turns.
Okay,
All right.
perfect. But she's her eyes open up, and she's gonna quickly say, she'll say, "Zugmatoy will take you yet."
Is it? Okay, so I understood. So I'm gonna like further, since they're like. So are they holding on to the rain thing still, or?
Oh, she doesn't have to anymore.
Okay, so I'm gonna hold on to the rain thing,
Sure.
and would I be able to like sort of like use my movement to like move into them to try to push them off?
Only if you were engaged in a grapple. So you'd have to engage in grapple and then do a shove action. In this case here, which you use your action to attack. So next round, yes.
Okay. So, you can't. You can only use shoves while you're grappled. Is that how that works? I haven't done shoves too much myself, so I've only seen people. Let me just. Why am I asking? Let me just look it up. What am I doing?
I'm looking it up as well.
It's an action, just like you do like a grapple check. A shove check is the same thing.
Correct.
But it's an action.
Yeah, you'd still have to use your action, is what I was getting at,
Okay.
basically.
Yeah. All right. So I'm just gonna use the remainder of my movement to just like sort of get in like real good position on this Griffin and keep a real strong hold.
Absolutely.
And can I, since I'm the one of the reins, can I try to control it to make it go down?
I'll let you do an animal handling check on your next turn.
Okay. Guys, I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead yet.
Which takes us to Griffin number 2, who will attempt to break that restraint. And doesn't do so at all as she's struggling to pull it all apart. Her quarterstaff kind of tucked in
3
with
damage.
her. How much damage? 3?
Yep.
All right. And you know what? The Griffin is going to attempt to break it as well because creature.
How is the Griffin gonna break it? We're on its back.
I don't know. You tell me. You also throw fucking fireballs and shit, so.
Reach up with its beak.
But it can't reach its rump with its beak.
Hey, Oscar, you gonna argue with me this or?
No, no, go for it. I guess.
Just remember, a horse can reach its ass too.
As this creature flips and spins and turns its body in a manner that you hear snap. And it frees itself. Oh no. Oh no.
And now they fall off because they're not holding on.
The druid falls and snags her foot in the reins underneath the beast. She's basically dangling restraint, hanging on by her foot in the leather strap below.
Why won't you die?
She totally failed her dex check, but totally fucking succeeded on her sleight of hand. That was pretty crazy.
I mean, that's fair. Same thing will happen with me. So.
All right, so that brings us to druid number 1, who is, oh boy, 120 feet, 170. Oh yeah, that's 50 feet of movement. The druid is going to grab her friend and bring her onto the back of Griffin number 1 and move down 30 feet.
Damn, they got teamwork.
Action there. Yeah, that's all we got. Cal.
Cal, still unable to do anything of note here. Where is Kaith's horse?
Currently running away northeast.
Do we still see the horse?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Or is it? Oh, okay, good.
Uh-oh, signal.
He's gonna run after the horse.
Okay, fantastic. What's your full movement on the horse?
Let's see, 60 foot is a regular one, so if I do a full sprint, what would that be?
120.
Because, yeah, it's just a double movement, isn't it?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's perfectly
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
You are able to get up.
120.
Even though this horse was kind of just running around, it's more out of fear and not bolting. But you catch up to it with relative ease.
Okay.
Would that be your turn?
Yeah, I'm going to try to grab its reins. And let me see here.
You know what? I'll let you do a sleight of hand. That's fair.
Okay. As soon as it lets me actually open it back up again. There we go. Let's see here. Sleight of hand. This one is...
I was only looking for an easy 10, my friend. So absolutely, you grab onto the rings. The horse itself, Ginger, she is still very much heightened. To calm her down, we'll probably take a animal handling check on your next turn.
Okay. And in the meantime, Azar is going to do the same thing that he's been doing. He's going to try to take another shot at the non-mounted Griffin, or the one that our companion's not sitting on top of.
Okay, so the one that's floating around 95 feet. So, yeah, give me a disadvantage crossbow. A 12 does not do it as the bolt just kind of whizzes past. Would that be your turn?
What's the shot? That's my turn.
Kavul.
Level 1 guiding bolt at the Griffin 1.
Sure.
come on.
Nice. As your guiding bolt woo, just goes right past it yet again, fizzling into the air.
That's my turn.
All
Guiding
right.
bolts first, man.
Yeah, it's definitely a nuke, but it has to hit.
I didn't make my sacrifices to the dice gods today, so.
All right, Fate, you're up.
All right. Oh, Jesus Christ. 170, 95. Which one is Oscar still riding Griffin number 2?
Yes, technically he's on the back, but he's facing the ass of the Griffin is to his front, and the head of the Griffin's to his back.
I'm going to go out the back right here. Wait, that's 15. That's already my only movement. I guess I
can
can
dash.
Yeah, I
That's
can
bonus action.
dash. So I should be able to get to right.
Okay.
One more. I'm set the egg down. I'm gonna take a short bow. I'm gonna shoot at Griffin number 2.
Okay, disadvantage.
So you're shooting at the one that Oscar is on.
That's the one I'm on.
Do you want me to shoot at that one? I'm gonna shoot.
You want
him
me to-
anyway.
All right. With a 16, it actually hits. As oh my god, that's gonna be sneak attack too. No, it's not because it's disadvantage, and then it'll be a regular attack. There's no advantage
Well,
Well, it still gets sneak attack
because of the
ally.
with the ally itself. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
absolutely right. So wow, 18 damage. Uh-oh.
bro. Don't
Oscar,
do this to me, bro.
I'm gonna need you to roll me 16d6, please. I'm just kidding. The Griffin is still alive.
Fate, you're gonna kill me.
Relax, dude.
My butt puckered so tight.
He's a little weaker now, dude. He's gonna have a harder time fighting you.
He's not fighting me. I'm on it.
I'm picking the egg back up and holding it now.
Absolutely. Keith, you're up.
Who needs enemies?
Out of sheer curiosity, Oscar, roll 16d6. I just want to see if you would have been completely kaput.
All right, I like that idea. That sounds scary and fun. All right, let's see. 16d6.
All right,
It
well,
wouldn't have.
you wouldn't
It
have been
wouldn't
dead.
have downright killed me, but I would have been unconscious. I would have tried to do something though.
That's
I would have.
unfortunate.
Honestly,
I would have asked. Oh, sorry.
and if that would have happened and you survived, I would have probably have you roll for injury, because that's a hell of a fall.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
would have asked if I could use shield at the last second to try to like
There's an argument.
mitigate
There-
something.
there's an argument for that. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and what are you gonna do, Oscar? I believe no, it's Kate's turn. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's Kate's turn.
All right, so I will. Shit, that Griffin's still flying, right? They both are. Let's go with Griffin 1. Oscar's good.
All right, Griffin number 1, roll away.
Remember, I have advantage.
You have advantage at a disadvantage, so it would be a regular attack. Oh
Well,
my
you got two nat 20s.
god!
Doesn't matter.
Oh my god! Roll damage.
Would I have my sneak attack because they're right next to each other?
You have your sneak attack. No. They may be right next to each other here, but one's at 170
on.
feet, the other one's
Yeah,
at
I know.
95 feet.
I was just trying.
Yeah, fucking cheater.
Really, that's it?
Wow. That was kind of lackluster.
That fucking sucks.
I mean, we can all pretend that you did higher damage than that.
No.
Wow.
She
No,
was
the
just
moment was
trying to
still at
trim the
the-
feathers at a distance, and she trimmed it perfectly.
You
And
don't
now
really,
has a mohawk.
you really don't have any bonuses to your short bow attacks? Aren't
No.
you a ranger?
Yeah, but
No,
I
they're
take
a rogue.
dual wielder. No, I'm a rogue. What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, my bad. All right. I thought you were a ranger.
No. That's the other campaign.
Yeah, my bad.
I thought aren't rogues normally dex based?
Yeah,
Shoot.
they added their dex mod plus
Yep,
3.
3 plus 3. Yep, 1 plus.
Yeah, it's all there. Just rolled shitty, that's all.
Oh, okay.
It's just
Well,
that sneak attack
no.
didn't proc because it's not.
No, she's missing It's double dice. You're right, double dice, not double on that. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, not double damage, just double
Yeah,
dice.
gotcha. Okay, cool. So yeah, you sink it in. This creature, and the druid that's holding his buddy right now, is like almost lost control of the buddy. Almost had to let her drop. Would that be your turn?
Yeah, I'm not gonna move, so I have steady aiming for next time.
Absolutely, Oscar.
All right, I'm going to so they're like 80 feet below me, the other guys.
Roughly, give or take. It's more like I think,
Yeah.
whatever. You know it.
Yeah, okay. So can I try to bring it? I want to bring the Griffin down, and then I want to cast grease on those motherfuckers.
You know what? Yes, sorta. So griffins, the nature of a griffin, they're not easily tamed. So could you do it? Yes. It is a broken creature. So I'll give you animal handling at a disadvantage to give you at least the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
And let me set a DC before you roll. Hold on. Oh shit! I just fucking dropped my dice, you son of a bitch. Hold on. Let's go with. Okay, I have it in my head what number I want you to beat. So disadvantage.
All right. Hi. Disadvantage animal handling. All right. No, that's metagamey. I'm not gonna do that.
With a 15, you hold on to the reins and you kind of use your heels to kind of bang the sides of this creature, and you squeeze and push down on its back of the scruff of the neck kind of thing. I'm assuming you flipped around at this point, and you push.
Yeah.
The creature prepares to do a nosedive.
All right.
So even though you're able to have it pushed down, it will dive bomb in its current square, and you like a fucking like a roller coaster, straight down 80 feet.
And as soon as I get in range of those motherfuckers, grease.
Technically speaking, yeah, they're 5 feet away from you. At this point, so just as you're above them, you cast grease. I'll give that to you because I gave it to you before. 2 deck saves, 1, 2, an 18 and a 17. They hold on, but they're covered.
You bastards! I'm flying down. Ah!
Well, they are right next to you now. They are hovering 5 feet above you. So, would that be your turn?
Control it. I still have a bonus action. I already cast. Oh wait, I gotta roll a d20.
Okay.
Up to 10. There's nothing cool. All right. I'm a bonus action. Can I if I bonus action dash, can I make it go further?
Hell no.
Or I don't know if that's how it worked. That's why I asked. I wasn't trying nothing. I honestly just didn't know.
Just to help you out, Oscar.
What's up?
Technically, Frog could make you roll on the chart, and then you get your ability that gives you advantage back.
Well, I already rolled on the chart. That's what I just. It's not. It's not. It's the re-roll. It's the re-rolling of the thing. That's what it is. It's not automatically rolling the chart.
A Frog can make you with their ability.
I mean, he can make me do it whenever I cast a spell, whenever he wants. But the way we've been doing is that whenever I use the things, I just do a d20 to see if it happens, and the same with the ability.
I prefer to keep it that way.
Okay. I was just saying with technically with the ability that gives you advantage, once you use it, if Frog can make you roll on the chart whenever, and then you get that ability back.
Well, I get it back whenever I roll for Wild Magic Surge.
So Oscar, what are you doing now with your bonus action?
I'm a bonus action hide.
You know what? That's feasible. You could absolutely kind of slink your way to lean to the opposite side using the Griffin's massive body. some degree of cover. Sure, that sounds fair. You're hanging onto the side. So I'm okay with you leaning into it. That's fine.
You want me to roll, or am I just?
Not yet. We'll see what
Okay.
happens with the Griffin, because the Griffin still technically gets a turn. Okay, so you're done. That takes the druid number 2. Who is going to use a strength to try to break? And absolutely breaks free, and then kind of straddles the back end of the Griffin.
Wait, it was still restrained. It has disadvantage on deck saves because it was restrained.
You are absolutely right. What's your DC? I rolled a 13 for my disadvantage.
That's a fail.
Oh,
yes!
beautiful. Okay, so a little bit of retcon here. And that was number 2. And at what, 95 feet right now? I'm going to give Druid a reflex check. 1 sec.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so this happens. 95 feet. That's 8d6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just do it this way. 4 and 4. 9, 10. 17 total damage as Druid number 2 begins to fall rapidly straight below. Kavul, right next to you, coming, you hear crunch and smack. The body literally goes boom, boom on the ground with a solid thud. Immediately begins to bleed from all sorts of locations on her body as she dies.
Travel rations.
I finally made one fall.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So Druid number 2 is not there. Druid number 1. What is Druid number 1 gonna do? You hear Druid number 1 begin to chant into the wind. And almost as if it feels like a gust of wind pushes Griffin. The Griffin does a double move with a long strider. And the Griffin is now practically off the table. That takes us to Cal.
Cal is trying to bring in Kaith's horse, so animal check to calm it down.
Absolutely. The horse continues to buck and charge. Give me a straight athletics, beat a 12.
Okay.
The creature pulls and it forces you to either let go of the rein or be pulled off your horse.
Well, I was always told not to let go.
Okay.
So I'm being pulled off the horse.
Absolutely. You don't take any damage because you're cavalier as you fall off the horse. Mm-hmm. You fall and immediately land on your feet. This horse begins to run again, and almost as if you were kind of being pulled behind a boat and you're kind of on you're trying to dig your heels in, it drags you with it as you dig your heels in and eventually stop it right at this location.
Nice. I've actually had that happen to me.
Cool. At least I'm staying true to form, I guess. Would that be your turn?
That's his turn. Azar is going up next to Cabal and just helping keep guard.
Okay. Got it. Honestly, the combat's practically over. We're just still dealing with Oscar. So in the meantime, we'll go through the ranks. Let's say this is the final round of combat. Kavul, what are you doing? Kavul, you there?
Yep, sorry, Mike was muted. I'm just gonna watch the battle in the sky. Actually, wait, hold on. I might be able to do something. Nope. Shit, all these are out of range. Yep, nope, all the stuff I want to do is out of range, so.
Okay. Yeah, there's definitely Griffin hauling ass away, and slowly but surely getting smaller in the sky. That takes us to Fate.
All right. It's gonna move over here, look around. So is this little Griffin still in the air?
The one that Oscar is riding, absolutely.
How high up? So it's still 90 feet off the ground?
90 feet on its way down. It's currently in a nosedive.
Oh shit. I don't really have anything. Yeah, I'm just gonna watch what happens.
Okay. Kaith.
All right. I'm going to attempt. That's 290, right? No, that's
90 feet.
90. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna aim at that one.
Sure, disadvantage. Well, regular, because you're steady aim. 12 does not do it as your arrow wicked past it.
And staying still again.
Absolutely. Oscar.
Okay.
Now, let me give you some context. It's currently in a
Okay.
nosedive. If you are trying to stop it from nosediving, you will need to pass another animal handling at disadvantage. If you fail, it will continue to nosedive, and it looks like it's not slowing down.
Okay. Now, as I'm doing that, I'm going to I'm gonna try to control it, but I'm gonna take the glove off, and as I'm holding onto the reins, I'm gonna stab the hand with the needle into the Griffin. And I'm gonna say yield, and I'm gonna say that in Elvish. I'm gonna command it yield in Elvish. As I do that, and can I, if I use my action, can I try to do it twice? Can I try to like I still wanted to go down, but stop it from nosediving? Would I be able to try that twice?
I don't understand the question you're asking me. Are you asking to take two actions?
So it's an action to do that. Last time it wasn't an action, so I wasn't sure if it was an action, and I was asking if I could take it as an action after.
No. I'm giving you the freebie as a flavored context. I like to do that from time to time, but yeah, no,
Okay, like I said, I just wanted to be clear. So yeah, that's what I do. I hold tight on the reins. I like hit it on the side, stab it with the ring. Shout yield in my most domineering voice in Elvish, and I'll try to stop it. All right, and I'm gonna give myself advantage this time since I just casted a spell, and that was animal handling, right?
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Okay. And you said you want to stop it from dive bombing?
Like I wanted to. Essentially, what I wanted to do is I wanted to as it goes and like gets further down to like curve out, so it like sinks at the bottom. Like, so you know how like hawks they grab,
Yep,
they like dive bomb and grab.
Yep,
I kind of wanted to do that.
All right, so it does, and it gets 10 feet off the floor as it kind of arcs its way, and it kind of steadies itself to fly not down but straight out. It squawks as you plunge your ring into its back. Didn't expect that.
This is not going to be pretty.
Well, I don't know. It depends, because I know what the ring does when it's dead. Give me a moment.
If it requires it, I'll shoot the false life as well if it's gonna start draining vitality.
Well, what I'm thinking is, roll me a d6. Here's what we'll do.
Okay.
Because the ring does kind of do things I don't want to...
That you don't want me to know about yet. I got you. I got a 3.
All right, so as you plunge the ring into the back, you feel like your hand gets stuck to the griffin, like a magnet, like a really strong magnet, and you feel so. You know when you plunge into a dead creature, you feel your life force going into the dead creature, right? We've crossed that bridge. Well,
Yes.
as you plunge this into the creature, you feel the reverse, a funneling effect, as it sucks life into you. And you gain 3 temporary hit points.
Does my finger look any better?
We could definitely check that out. Maybe
At a later point. Yeah, no worries. That's super cool. All right, that's all I got, bro. Yo, that's sick.
Okay. Absolutely. So, that's that. So the thing is about 10 feet off the ground. I mean, there's no real need to keep on going with combat. So let's just quickly say, Cal, are you still doing your horse thingy over there?
Yeah, I'll do the horse thing and yell to everybody else, restrain that thing. It could make a great mount.
Okay.
Oh, that would be me. I'm gonna take out my black rope and use the black
Ooh.
rope to put it around to loop it and try to put it around his neck.
All right, so let me add a little flavor here because I need to get everyone on the same page. So this creature is still hovering 10 feet off the ground. On top of that, it is very much still a hostile creature. It just happens to be yoked into not dive bombing into the ground. It's still very much fighting, per se. It's just there's no need to go down the ranks. So Oscar just dove down. He kind of plunged the ring in, and he's also floating on the back. Cal, why don't you're still taming Ginger, though, right? You're still trying to get her calm and shit?
Yeah. Do you want me to roll again?
Yeah, just animal handling, this time with advantage because you're literally side by side. Yeah, perfect. This horse is heeded your call, and it seems to be pacifying. Applejack's, having been with you for a little while now, follows you and kind of brings herself closer to you.
Nice. I'd lead him back to the group.
Absolutely. Kavul, so you see Oscar literally wrestling with a fucking griffin, holding on for dear life as just dive bombs from 200 feet in the air all the way down, and just curves out last second in mid-flight. What's Kavul doing?
I want to try to calm this griffin down and get it on our side.
I mean, are you proficient in animal handling?
Not proficient, but I have a pretty good rating on it.
But you're not proficient, correct?
No.
All right.
I think I'm the only one proficient.
I can make myself proficient.
Tomorrow.
You got your freebies just to try not to fucking splat
Not to die.
like a bug. But
Actually,
yeah,
Azar is right there, and I think he is proficient.
if you want to verify for me, that'll be fantastic. In the meantime, Kavul, I'm sorry, but you're not proficient
Isn't
with
that?
that.
Never mind.
Gotcha. All good.
Only I am.
All right. Anything you wish to try instead, Kavul, or do anything? If not, that's fine. You can still pass. That's perfectly acceptable.
Maybe I'll wait for Azar, and if Azar tries to tame it, I will try healing the griffin to try to get it on our good side.
Understood.
Would that work?
Azar is not proficient, so he won't be able to attempt to.
Okay, then never mind.
You can wait for Cal.
All right, Fate, you're up. This creature is floating 10 feet above.
Let's see, I'm 6 feet tall. Can I
Yeah.
put the egg down and try to run up and jump and grab its foot and pull it down?
Yeah, abso-fucking-lutely. 100%.
What have I started?
All right, I'm putting the egg
This
down.
poor
I'm gonna run
creature.
up and jump and pull it down.
You jump up. All right, so I'm not gonna have you roll for the jump, but I would like to see if you grapple it. So why don't you go with a athletics check versus my anti? Okay, go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Whoa.
Even though you rolled a 19, the Griffin totally rolled a 22. So as you jump up to grab this foot, you get grip on the ankle, you pull it, and you got it just a second, but it kind of, its wings kind of just pull it out of your reach, and you slide down on the ground unsuccessful.
I'm gonna go back over here and pick this dumb egg up.
Absolutely.
He's not
I'm
dumb.
just gonna dash away and say, I'm done with that shit.
He's not dumb. He's
Keith.
just not born yet.
What's Keith doing?
Well, I was trying to get my rope out.
Yep.
Yeah, and trying to like a lasso it. Trying to get into a lasso so I can try to loop it around him.
Sure. You want to move closer?
Yeah.
In order for you
That's what I'm
to,
gonna do.
I mean, this rope is not Wonder Woman's rope, right? So you will have to be at least in its attack radius to attempt to throw the rope around it.
Okay.
What's the matter? You scared to get close?
I'm scared to go closer. He's really big. Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to. Is that close enough?
No, it's not close enough. You have to get right. Yeah, there you go. Don't be afraid.
I am afraid.
You're just gonna die.
Probably. Okay.
You got this, Kate.
I will let you do a ranged attack for this as you are thwipping the rope in the air. Let me look at that rope real quick as well. Just double check one thing. It is 30 feet. Okay. Okay. Let me see here. What'd you roll? A range attack. It'll be your dex. You're not proficient in rope throwing, so it'll be your dice roll plus your dex modifier.
20 plus.
Okay,
3.
1 second. So 5.
You throw the rope, but it falls short and kind of just banks off the side of this creature, and the rope hits the floor.
It's because I'm really scared, guys.
Would that be your turn?
I yell for somebody to come help me.
Oscar, you're up. As you're riding on the back of this creature, you yoked it and pulled it up so it doesn't dive bomb into the ground. You see Kay throwing a rope, and it lands on the side of the creature and falls to the ground. You saw Fate dangling from the foot for just a mere moment, but lost his grip.
I'm going to continue the same like hold and pressing the ring, and I'm going to say yield again, and then I'm gonna cast minor illusion on like by its ear, and in that person, because the person spoke to me, so I heard their voice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have the voice say land.
Okay. So I'm going to make this your entire action. So if you're going to do that, and I see where you're coming from, I will give you the minor illusion. Will take away the disadvantage of an animal handling check this time. If it fails, because you're not proficient with it, and I'm only giving it to you because you're currently riding on the back. If it fails, you will not be able to do an unproficient animal handling going forward on this creature. It will be convinced that you are not its master.
Shit. Well, all right. I mean, I gotta do what I gotta do. I don't have it. I can't give myself advantage. So
Absolutely. So it'll be a normal roll, so no disadvantage on the animal handling, and it will be not, just yeah.
All right.
Beat a 13.
All right. No!
The creature squawks and flutters about, and it looks like it's getting ready to fly. It's not going up, but it is flying diagonal.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna pull out my drift globe right in front of its face and close my eyes and say flash, and have it cast daylight right in its eyes.
Okay. That's different. So do me a favor. Roll me a D100, please, Oscar.
Sir, yes, sir.
Let me know when I can manage to get to the thing.
Yep. 15 is practically just off of north, as this creature is going to move its full movement speed, which is 80, 15 degrees of its location, which would technically be, god damn it, tabletop, come on, which would technically be right around here. As you are, it's still flying 10 feet off the ground.
Perfect.
But it's taking you with it.
Is it? Can it see? Is it acting like it can see?
It's randomly because it has no idea it's directional. So I had you roll a random direction. So 15 degrees.
I'm gonna try to make it ram into a tree.
There's no trees around here.
Shit.
But brownie points are trying. So nevertheless, that takes us to Cal now.
I'm going to pull an Oscar. I'm going to charge my horse directly at the thing, but I'm going to try to stand up and grab its legs because I should be within range of that.
What are you
standing
doing
on the
with
horse.
Ginger?
Well, until I get close, I'll have Ginger running with me, or I'll let her go.
No, that's
because I was leading her.
That's fine
from horseback.
And yeah, you'll have more than enough space to get to it. So in theory, you cut it off at the path. It is flying just over your head. You are in range to grabbing.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to do that. I'm guessing athletics.
It would be a grapple check, essentially. So it would be your athletics. Oh, wow. All right, let me see if...
1 second before you say... I didn't see what the... Oh, okay, never mind, go ahead.
Yeah, you grab onto its back right paw, and you're holding on firm. Would that be
okay.
Would that be your turn?
Oh, hell no, I'm climbing up it.
Well, you use your action to do that. You use half your movement to get on your horse. I'd give you the ability to grab onto its side or hold on. I mean, you're literally holding on. You're stretched, so your hands are over your head, holding onto the paw of this creature. It does seem like
it doesn't take me half movement to get on my horse anymore.
Regardless of which, you're dangling from your from the paw, right? So it's coming down.
Okay.
It definitely seems like you're heavier with the armor on and everything. So it looks like it's about to come down.
Sounds good.
All right.
Then I'm just hanging on for dear life.
Kavul, you watching or are you doing anything?
Just watching.
Fate, you watching?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this.
Kaith, you watching?
Quite the show.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Oscar, you feel weight distribution change as this griffin seems to be slowly going back to Earth. Oscar, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I was just thinking. I'm going to shit. And I can't try to make it yield anymore. I'm going to oh, you know what? Can I try to like grapple its wing? Or restrain its wing?
Yeah. Absolutely. 100%.
All right. I'll do that then. So I have to make a strength check, right?
Yep.
All right,
and
guys.
because you're grappling a specific, I'm even going to give you advantage on that.
Sick. All right, here we go. 11.
That's okay because I rolled a 10. You basically put your arms like you're bear hugging its wing, kind of holding it. The flight pattern turns very chaotic as it almost begins to barrel roll to the ground. You don't see it at first, but as you grab the wing, you flip your face to the side so it doesn't hit you in the face. You see Cal dangling from the leg, and this creature and you and Cal all smash into the ground at full speed. You all begin to turn into tumbleweeds. Oscar, Cal, and Griffin number 2, give me dexterity saving throws.
All right.
I'm horrible at these. Let's see what I got.
Cal, you take 4 bludgeoning damage as you roll on the countryside. And this creature also rolls and tumbles and It's just tumbleweed. Oscar, you as well roll and tumble. You don't take any damage from it. Although your bag, your book bag, some effects have been flung off of your body with the centripetal force. Nothing's broken.
Okay.
It's just not on you at the moment.
Makes
And
sense.
the
I'm glad I did. That is why I did not bring the egg.
the creature also is now grounded, stands up, and kind of like digs its claws into the ground, looking straight at you, Oscar. Your turn is up. You grappled unless you have your bonus action.
I'm gonna. I should say spell. But I'm gonna bonus action cast Hex and give it disadvantage on strength checks.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stare it down, trying to look as intimidating as possible.
Absolutely. Well, this creature would be next, even though you are standing 5 feet from it. It takes off and flies diagonally to its max
Can
movement.
I get an attack of opportunity?
You absolutely get an attack of opportunity.
And Cal's right there, so
Cal gets an attack of opportunity. No, you don't, Cal. You're prone. And you tumbleweeded. Sorry, but Oscar, you will have an attack of opportunity.
I was talking about in regards to sneak attack.
I mean,
well, if I missed anyway, so it don't matter.
All right, cool. Unless anyone has something they could do to shoot at range, this Griffin is on its way out.
How far away is it?
From you, over 150 feet at this point.
I can attack in range.
Which health is left on this thing? When I look at it, what's it like?
You look at it, and the blotchy tar is there. You see a little bit of burnt spots on the side, and its wing seems to be disheveled. But
if we were to move to here, would I be in 120 feet of it?
I mean, technically, everything is off the board right now. So I'll give you a shot. Sure, why not?
Okay, guiding bolt. Why not?
All right.
Maybe this one will actually hit.
It does hit.
Oh wait, that's Cal doing a light cross.
That's Cal.
Sorry.
That's not him. Sorry.
That still hits anyway.
For 15 damage.
So 20 damage in total. As Cal, you kind of roll, and while on the ground, you pull out your crossbow from your back, and you kind of, while you're prone, fire it real quick, and nail the creature. Kavul, you boom. And Oscar, you already took your attack of opportunity. Remember?
Oh, that's what I was asking, because I wasn't sure if these were like after it used its movement to and the following round.
Well, this is technically their turn, so
Okay.
And it goes before you, and at this point,
no worries.
It's gone.
That's a bummer. Too bad I couldn't keep hold of it.
All right, guys. Why don't we take our way overdue break? That combat was hyper exciting. Holy shit. So yeah, guys, let's be back. Let's give you guys some extra time here, an extra 2 minutes or so. Let's be back at 15 after the hour, and then we can do our closing act.
Sorry,
that would have been absolutely awesome to have the Griffin mount.
I tried my hardest, man. I really did.
If I would have had one more turn, I would have had it, I think.
You know what's pretty cool at the beginning of this fight? If you look at it, if you hover, if you're in this Steam application, you're behind the wagon point of view, and you look at the tower, and I look to the left of it, I think that's the purple demon baby or something like that fly there. I thought that was on the map, and that's what we were gonna fight.
The devil angel thing?
Yeah, just come put your camera behind the wagon where the wagon is and look towards the tower. Like it just looks like it's hovering next to it.
Yeah.
I was like getting ready to fight this thing. Like, yeah, it's gonna be awesome. And it's like these 3 things on birds.
Well, guys, here's the thing. There's still a dead Griffin.
That does. Oh, I'm not interested in a dead Griffin. That's all yours.
But Skella Griffin.
Still yours. I want nothing to do with it. A real flying Griffin would be one thing. An undead abomination, I'm not good. But it's all yours.
Man, we were so close.
Mm-hmm.
We were so close.
I should have asked if I could roll to keep hold of the thing while we were tumbleweeding.
Yeah, you could have action surged to get another action on your turn to try to climb on or something. But I didn't want to.
I didn't think of that. You should have said something.
I
Oh,
I
well.
I didn't want to, like I
Metagame?
messaged you. I messaged you to try to get you to remember, but I wasn't gonna say it because then it's like I'm telling you what to do kind of thing. I don't want
No
to.
worries.
I don't want to seem like I'm trying to control their players.
You're good.
That was an
Thank you
exciting
anyway.
fight.
I almost died.
I thought you were gonna die.
I thought
Yeah,
you
me
were
too.
totally dead. Like 120 foot dead.
It was actually 175 because it kept going up.
On the plus side, we wouldn't have to worry about burying you.
Why is that?
There might have been a small crater where you landed.
I'm not. I refuse to Yamcha.
Well, there
I
technically
refuse.
there is the the heavily damaged body of a female fucking.
There's two of them that
You
Druid.
got two bodies.
Oh,
Went
two bodies,
smack.
yeah.
and a
Mhm.
Griffin.
All right, well, I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Yeah, Oscar.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that ability. I seemed like you kept wanting to roll on the table for
Well,
your
that
wild magic.
nah, no worries, man. I'm fine with leaving it to the like I get to reshuffle it to get the ability and when the moment actually comes, like it'll be more epic. Like it's happened twice so far. One time it gave me the beard.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, because it seems like you kept wanting to roll on the actual table, because that's technically how that ability works.
But we killed the last few things the following turn, so it didn't matter. But yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
waiting for something. I'm waiting for
Nah.
like something crazy, like a unicorn.
The
or
reason
something.
I brought it up because I was hoping you'd actually like fireball yourself while you're on the Griffin and everything.
Oh, that would have been
Yeah.
cool.
We got. Did you guys get kicked too?
No.
No.
Nope.
I'm
Just
not in
me?
it though. Yeah, it sounded like you may have dropped or lost connection for a moment ago, because the only thing that you said was the first time it happened when it gave you the beard, and then
Oh.
you stopped talking.
The second time, it gave me it gave everything like disadvantage against my saves. But we killed everything like at the following turn, so it didn't matter.
Nice.
But yeah,
Well,
I'm waiting for
on
something
the-
crazy to happen.
On the plus side, if we actually make it to a city that actually has something, I have enough gold to potentially buy an exotic mount. Hopefully.
War elephant.
I know.
The wars. To buy
I-
war.
Well, I could definitely buy a warhorse. I think Frog said definitely no to war elephants.
Aw.
So we'll see what all happens to be available. It would be cool though.
Oh, I gotta remember to search these guys' bodies, cause they're
We're definitely
spellcasters,
searching them.
so they might have like spell shit, like spell scrolls or
I want to find out what they
their
were.
own tomes, because druids use tomes. I mean, so I can tell you guys this: they weren't undead, or if they were undead, they were like one of like the higher class undead who have intelligence. Because it was straight up talking to me,
And they
and
had
I'm gonna be
leathery skin,
was it leathery?
according to Frog when I looked at them.
Yeah, he said they looked like elves to me. So maybe some
Maybe
like
they do. Leathery elves. Maybe they were
leathery
drow
elves.
in the day.
Well, if they were drow in the day, then they would have had like disadvantage on a ton of shit because
Maybe
they
they
were
did.
flying
We
in the
wouldn't know.
sky. I mean, that's true, but I don't think
They probably
Frog
weren't drow.
I don't think
They-
Frog
but
would
they
cut
were-
himself like that.
Well, I don't know. They were elves, so they looked like elves, but they also had leathery skin, or at least the one had leathery skin that I saw.
And they stinked, and the one that I knocked off, what's it called, was trying to like she started hugging me. It was weird. I got her pushed off because I'm like I'm not ready for a relationship with a goo lady. I'm gonna be real
You
with you
see,
guys.
this is why you're still a virgin. The one lady that wanted to give you a hug, and you pushed her off a Griffin.
You know, I would do it again. She smelled worse than Senra.
Have you smelled yourself?
Hey man, that is due to magic, and you know I have no control of that. I bathe. I keep myself clean as much as possible. This is magic stank. I can't do anything about it. I'll be right back. God damn it.
That was quite a tirade.
Uh, how much would a Griffin mount cost if we can happen to come across one?
Give me a few minutes.
I'm just curious as a player.
Roughly, depending on where you go, and nope, that's not it.
Excuse me.
Interesting.
What's that?
So there's no official price, but this guy made a interesting ballpark tool here. So the DC of a Griffin, I think, is a 2. Let me double check. Okay, it's a CR2. Let me double check something there. Wait, hold on. So that would make it that plus. What's 2 squared? 4, right?
Yeah.
So 4 times 20 is 80. According to this guy's little generic calculator,
Whew.
between high 280 to a low 350 ish, and that's just based on this calculator. It doesn't necessarily make it static,
Mm-hmm.
and that's based off of if you wanted a battle train Griffin, it would be okay. Hold on.
Oh, you're looking up how much it costs to get a Griffin?
Yeah.
That'd be
So
sick.
an untrained Griffin would be the 250 to 3 and change. If you wanted it to be a battle trained Griffin, i.e., fully tamed and controllable, his formula is challenge rating times 100 plus 20 times challenge rating squared times an additional
Jesus.
times 2, which is the flying speed, times 5, which would represent the battle trained. So his math puts a Griffin of that caliber at just shy of $3,000.
Okay.
I mean, that makes
That's
sense.
a hell of a
That's
lot more than
fair.
what I thought, but that's also, I mean, you're talking about an exotic mount.
Yeah,
It's battle
and
train.
it's flying as well, which adds the
Yeah.
extra.
All
I
right.
think that's
So
not
I'm
fair.
So
What about a Pegasus?
he
Would a
he
Pegasus
has
be worse?
he has another one here. Says here's an example for a battle train displacer beast, which is a CR3, I think, according to this calculator here. Plus times 2 the avoidance plus the displacement ability times 5 battle, just shy of 10,000 gold for a trained displacer beast.
Man, the bad guys get all the cool stuff.
What CR?
What about a blink dog?
What CR is?
Blink dogs are 1/2, I think.
What CR is the Pegasus?
I think a Pegasus is a 2.
Let me double check.
I'll
Might
look
be
too.
similar then cost-wise. But that's good to know. I've been saving up all the gold for a good mount, so I'm just waiting to keep an eye on them.
A Pegasus
Pegasus
is the CR2
2.
as well. So it would fall in the same general price range of the trained Griffin, but once again, it's very rare to even find it to begin with. So yeah, it's doable.
Oh, a Hippogriff would be easier.
Was that a CR1?
Yeah, I think it's CR1. And just so you know, Cal, Blink Dogs, they're only medium, so the only person here that'd be able to ride it would be Keith.
Oh,
but,
I
mean,
wasn't thinking about riding it. Just having the blink dog is like
Blink Dogs are cool.
yeah. Blink dogs are amazing guard dogs. They're lawful good. They're dogs. It's just a dog that can blink.
Let me double check if a Hippogriff is CR1. Yeah. So how much would a CR1 be, Frog?
Let me pull up that calculator again. One second.
Its fly speed is 60 feet, because I heard you mention that.
Since we're at it, let's go find a large dragon.
Yo, if I see a dragon, I'm gonna try to turn it into a fucking skeleton. I'm just saying.
Oh,
Well, I thought you were gonna say you're gonna try to seduce it, because that'd be.
Nah, I'm not. Nah.
yeah,
Oscar's
it'd
too.
it'd end
That
up in
wouldn't
a
even
fight.
occur to Oscar. Oscar would just be like big. Like Oscar's mindset would be like, this thing is made of precious materials. I could strip it of everything and then
Speaking of
turn it
that,
into
why
a
couldn't you turn
skeleton.
the T-Rex or the gorilla into an undead?
It was. I believe I tried to turn the T-Rex, but it was too big.
Gotcha. So dragon would be much the same then.
Well, it depends on the dragon. It depends on how old the dragon is.
What was the creature's name that you wanted me to price check on?
Hippogriff. It's hippo and then griff, like half the griff.
That's a CR1 flyer as well, right?
Yep, CR1.
Just
60 feet.
just south of 2,000.
That's
Oh,
not
too
bad. I could afford that if we ever found one. I'm not sure yet if Cal would want to do aerial mounted combat though.
That's more for like ranged fighting, to be honest. At
Hey,
least in my
dragon riders with dragon lances.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? That would Cal riding a thing with a big ass lance. That would be tight.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That would be
All right,
tight.
guys, let's get this going here. I don't want to waste anyone's time here. Let's do a quick roll call. Fate, I haven't heard you yet.
Here.
I know Kate is here because she's sitting right behind me. I heard Oscar. I heard Cal. Kavul, you there?
Nope.
All right,
Yeah, I'm here.
Kavul is not here yet.
Oh no, he died.
Okay, guys. So picking up right where we left off. Yeah. So all that shit happened, guys. As the Griffin takes off in one direction and the mounted Griffin takes off in another direction. At this point, they're mere specks of black in the sky. The body of a Griffin lays on the ground, as well as two corpses. One an elf, one looks female elf rather. The other one looks to be a human male. They both seem to be kind of spackled here and there with this tar-like substance, as well as like this slimy, gooey thing all over their body, like sludge in a way. But it seems to be more of like an algae type of kind of a texture. They do both smell of like a sulfur, like a smidge of
Like a fart.
yeah, like basically butthole. They have a tinge of butthole smell to them. The Griffin himself is also blotched in a thick tar here and there. Kavul, perception check.
Sure. Give me a sec. I just need to find it here. A 9.
With a 9, I mean, you're holding your blade in your hand. It's not that difficult of a DC to see what's happening here. But that tar on your blade from that initial hit, it looks like this tar is really on there. In fact, as you look at it, it does see as it kind of you twist your blade to look at it, it reflects the sunlight, and it's like it reflects back light in a hue of green, like a deep, dark, yucky kind of green.
Interesting.
Okay. You don't do anything else then. All right, guys. What are you guys gonna do?
I'm
Can
gonna
I
check the
if
body.
Griffin is actually dead? Like if it's dead? Maybe it miraculously survived.
The Griffin is absolutely dead. It's clear.
Damn.
It is clearly dead, as it's kind of bleeding. Its blood seems to be. You know how you get like a film on top of lakes and stuff, like that soap scum, not soap scum, that pond scum kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Its blood seems to have that effect as it pours out onto the ground. It looks like on the floaty surfaces of pooled areas of blood has kind of like a pond scum kind of look, which seems to mimic that of the tar-like substance on the outside.
Gross. All right. I'll wait until we're done to see if I can turn it into a. Oh, do I feel the pull with the ring towards it?
Do you?
Were you actually asking me? Or...
I'm asking myself right now. 'Cause,
Oh, okay.
you know what? Yeah, you feel as if this ring is gravitating towards this creature.
Okay. I'm gonna back away and help the others search to see if these guys have anything interesting. They're spellcasters, so they might have like a spell book or some shit. And as I walk over, I'd be like, "Hey guys, if it looks like I can potentially use the ring on that thing," and then I let them go.
Okay.
So I just
Go ahead. No, please.
sorry. Just tell Oscar like no more magic. We don't need any more.
You won't be saying that when you're unconscious on the ground.
You say that, Keith, while you're kind of like re-spooling your black rope that you threw.
All she knows is it's a black rope that holds things.
Oscar's told her it's magic several times. That is magic.
She doesn't pay much attention to Oscar.
Well, you're a hypocrite. That's all I gotta say.
Keith really leans into her Republican roots.
The fuck does politics have to do with this?
I don't know.
The magics versus the unmagics. I don't know. You're
Yeah,
Oh,
you
wait.
don't even know what to say.
Actually, this is a good moment for this, Keith, because with all the stuff that's happened, I forgot to say this before, and like Oscar walks up to you until he's like like 5-10 feet away, and he's like, "I have to say something, okay? Thank you. I never got a chance to say this before. I want to say thank you for during the zombie war thing for putting my hand within the bag. Because if not for that, I would probably be dead right now. Now, I would like to thank you for doing that. But I'd also like to say this. You have magic hate and whatever. That has nothing to do with me. And I don't appreciate, like, I've never once hesitated to try to keep you safe. I've literally pulled you from death's door like 5 times at this point, and whatever your hate on magic should not be at the detriment to everyone else. And I don't think it's fair for me to treat you in this way and for you to hesitate so much that I almost die over something I have nothing to do with. And I'm just you can reflect on that. You can not listen to me. You seem to have a habit of doing that. Uh, but I just want to. I'm saying this out loud for everyone to hear. That's not what a team does. That's not how we should be treating each other. We're no, Senator's not here, so I can't say anything about that. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. And then Oscar is going to walk over to Fate. Thank you so much for doing this for me. I really appreciate it. I got your back, man. And he's gonna take
Yeah, Fit's gonna hand it out to him, and he's gonna tell him, "Hey, next time you grab onto a bird that's flying, let go of it before it goes 1,000 feet in the air."
They were holding on to me. I couldn't move. I was going to do that, but they were grappling me. I couldn't move. And then next thing I know, it's 200 feet in the air. God, man, that was so fucking scary. It was so fucking scary.
As you walk away to speak to Fate in that conversation that you and him just had, Keith, you have an opportunity to add 2 cents to that conversation if you choose.
So I'm just gonna look at me like, so you didn't die though, right? So you're welcome, and kind of just walk away.
Oscar just shakes his head. It is true. I didn't die. So, like I said, thanks. But please just put me in your shoes, or put yourself in my shoes in that situation, and think about how you'd feel. That's all I gotta say. And then he would do the thing with, or it's while he's doing the thing with Fate. Either way.
Kavul would try to clean his blade off using like parts of scrap from the canvas.
Absolutely. You do so. And you kind of fold a piece of torn linen, preferably the torn linen that came off of the glaive from Cal.
Yep.
And you attempt to use your free hand and kind of like, you wipe the blade down. As it hits the linen, you seem to struggle trying to peel it off your blade.
Mhm.
Some residue jumps off into the linen, you know what I mean? But it doesn't seem to be coming off your blade with any relative ease. In fact, you feel that as you kind of use more pressure, you feel as if it should be squishy to slide off, but the more pressure you add to it, the more it feels like it's a solid.
Interesting. Kavul called the horseman for some help. Which would be Cal.
That's Cal, right?
Yeah.
Cal, you with him? Cal, you're muted.
I'm gonna miss Cal.
I think Cal is AFK for the moment. Oh,
Okay, well, we can do that when he gets back.
Yeah,
then.
we'll pause that conversation to meet. Let's go to Fate. So all this is going on. What's Fate doing after after Oscar kind of thanks you? You hand back the egg. What's Fate gonna do here?
I'm looking at the wagon, go like, God damn it, not again.
You
And
look
I'm
at the,
looking around trying to see how we're gonna salvage this disaster.
well, the good news is that as soon as the druid stopped concentrating, these vines that were all over the place here begin to rapidly wither and eventually turn to kind of decomposed dust. And it kind of covers all over the wagon. So everything on the inside of the wagon is effectively covered in like a decayed dust, and it's like gray and black as it withers and dies. The canopy has a huge hole in the top, and the front left post is shattered, but the rest of the canopy is still there. So there is some degree of shelter, although not the greatest shelter in the world.
If we can get some like non-magical wood, um, I'm working on this thing with the dagger anyway, so I already have a woodsman ghost talking to me currently. He can help me instruct me on how to like fix the thing up.
You look around looking for any kind of signs of wood. The Brain Forest is to your east, maybe like 2 or 3 miles from here.
All right. We're pretty close to a forest. We can try to get some wood on the outside and patch it up before we head in. Does that sound good to you guys?
Got
Keith is just gonna like kind of shrug his shoulder and be like, yeah, I guess.
Oscar just noticed Kavul struggling to get this stuff off his blade. Just seeming real focused.
You know what? That's a good thing. That's a good point, Kavul. Those guys they're covered in some weird shit. Oscar like grabs like an empty flask and like scrapes some of that shit into the flask.
what are you using to scrape it with?
Um, can I just use like a random stick?
There's no sticks here, but the front post from the wagon, it's
It's like
splintered.
shattered.
It's
Yeah.
splintered, so you could probably peel a piece of that off.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. So you have like a makeshift shiv made of wood.
Wood chip, and I'll like scrape some and try to get it inside of the flask and be like, we might
With the amount
be able to.
with the amount of scraping you're doing, you feel as if you should be gathering more of this tar than you actually do. A little bit of residue is on the twig, only a little, or on the shiv, not as much as it should. Like every time you make contact with it, it almost as if it goes from a liquid to a solid.
Can I try to like stab like very slowly stab downwards and then try to pull up? Can I try that?
I like try to pry it off.
Rather than pry, like sort of like a scoop type of thing.
Yeah, I know what you're trying to do. So
Yeah.
you slam into it and you kind of, sure, you could try. It's just a wooden shiv you have here. It's it's
Yeah.
gonna chip here
I mean,
and
if
there,
it doesn't
but
work, it doesn't work.
like I
It's
said,
fine.
a little bit does come off, but it still seems to. It's almost as if it's holding on to the blade.
All right, screw it. Did was there anything of note on the two druids' bodies? Did they have like a spell book or something?
They are practically naked except for like the sploogey kind of slimy residue, which it's very reminiscent of like a deep algae that covers most of their modesty. And then in sporadic sections, there's more of that tar stuff, here and there, and it's like blotchy, as if they're infected of some sort. Around their necks are these little wooden idols. Each of them seems to be carved in the shape of like what looks like a mushroom. It's difficult to tell.
You guys interested in ritualistic idols?
Cave
No?
is just gonna look at you really confused.
Maybe take a
These
look at it and see what they are, like a religion check.
Yeah, why not? That's fine.
um
Whoever's proficient with religion, you may as well. You could
I'm
absolutely.
I'm proficient.
All right, roll your religion checks for all those who are wish to find out.
That's for Azar.
Hey, we're both equally as knowledgeable on the subject. We both just try to say the same thing at the same exact time.
Maybe.
Absolutely. So, as you kind of grab this idol off its neck and you kind of yank it to kind of make the leather binding snaps, so you can pull it off. You look at it and you both look at it together. And that's Azar, right, Cal?
Yes.
Azar looks at it and then looks at you, Oscar. I know how to pronounce it. One second. Zugtamoy?
The Mushroom Queen from the devil that lives in the abyss.
I mean, if I don't.
Out of character, that's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. What are you saying?
I'll say out of character. That's the same name as the what one of the creatures said is going to claim Oscar, isn't it? Before she died.
Who?
What he's referencing, because he was talking out of character, what he was referencing, Oscar, is when you were grappling the chick. She said to you, Zugtamoy will claim you, or something like that.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, I thought that was something from like a half a year ago that you just pulled from somewhere I did not remember. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
So yeah. Azar looks at you and this looks like Zugtamoy, but why? I don't, Sir Oscar. I don't know why this would be here.
I mean, fungus is part of nature. If they're having some pseudo patron relationship with this devil or demon lord, whatever you want to call him, it could happen. I mean, don't forget, we are dealing with this undead empire. If these people, and he like looks at them, well, they're not
There's the
people.
demons also invading as well.
Yeah, so they could have made a pact or some type of agreement with it to better their chances of surviving, or they were ordered by someone or something. They're more bad people, but yeah. Well, it looks like they don't got nothing on them that's much use. We could.
This concerns me, Sir Oscar. Something goes amiss for Zugtamoy to show up in any province, especially down here. It doesn't. Something doesn't add up.
I mean, she wants everything to die. She wants everything to join her mushroom mass. So it could be anything. But with that said, we're supposed to be going through that forest, right?
Our current destination is east to Miladar, based on what Edgar had mentioned. He said east through the Brain Forest.
Great. So we were just one of them's still alive, and when that one ran away, they ran towards the forest, correct?
I mean, the immediate escape just happened to be in that direction. Whether or not that was its chosen destination is not known. But I mean, technically, yeah, he ran east.
Yeah. So.
Well, there's a giant tower over there. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Yeah, I guess it's worth checking out. If you guys want, I could try to see if this thing can fly and have it, bird's eye view it for us.
That's probably not a good idea.
Cal will just look in disgust and walk away from it.
I want to know if it'll fly. I just want to know if it'll fly. Um.
I mean, if you want to chance killing yourself even further, be my guest.
Oh, that reminds me. How does my finger look?
You inspect your finger and it's attached to you, so I'm not gonna have you roll to it. It's still very much decayed, except maybe it looks like some degree of health has returned to it, but it still very much looks very necrotic still. Just not nearly as bad as it was yesterday, but it's still pretty bad.
Oscar puts the glove back on and whatnot. After he's done looking at it, and he's like, "Hey guys, uh, I guess we can leave the skeleton, leave doing the griffin to some other time. I really just want to know if it'll fly, if the ring will allow things that could fly to fly, um, even if they're turned to skeletons. But while I was fighting that thing, I took the glove off and stabbed it, trying to make it yield, and it like sucked vitality out of it. I think I might know how my dad was able to wear this thing without having the negative effects that I had, because his hands looked fine. So I think that's how he did it. But yeah, do you guys still want to check out the tower or something? Oscar looks sad at the corpse, at the possibilities, and gets back inside the cart.
Oscar, what's your passive?
My passive, my passive is currently 11.
You feel a rumbling from inside the box that you're holding.
I open that shit.
You open
so
the box.
Fast.
You open the box and you see an egg, which happens to be rolling on its own a little bit.
Tears start streaming from Oscar's eyes. Is there anyone around the cart that would see this?
It's kind of it's vibrating in your hands. I would say.
No, see the tears running down Oscar's face.
I don't know. Do you want them to see it?
He's not hiding it.
All right. So potentially, whoever's paying attention to Oscar, yeah, you would see him welling up a little bit.
Well, that wouldn't be Keith.
That's normal for Oscar.
Wolf's just trying to get the goop off. He's gonna switch to his dagger and try to like pry it off. And
Absolutely. As you continue to clink, clink, and scrape it off, piece chunk here, a little chunk there. It seems to still attach itself. At one point, you swear as if it liquefied for a second, and a piece of it attached itself to the dagger as well.
Kavul, why don't you try swinging the weapon to like swing it off like you would blood, or try your touch. What is it called? I have it as well. Chill touch. On the goop.
You'll try swinging it around.
You swing it around, like as if you had gum stuck to your fingertips, and you're like trying to get it off. It doesn't swing off with centripetal force.
It might just be a thing where you have to like put it down and let it eventually ooze and let gravity slowly make it drip off, maybe. Which I just realized Oscar is analyzing and saying while he's while he's having Studio Ghibli tears. I'm just gonna sit my butt down on this cart, holding on to this thing.
Yeah, Kavul's just baffled, so he just hooks it to his belt and sits in the shotgun and lets it kind of like hang off the cart a little bit on see if that works.
Fantastic.
So are we going to the tower?
Are we just going to go on our current heading to the town?
So it sounds like, okay, so either we're going to continue going through the brain, well, towards the brain forest, on the way to Mirador, or are you tracking and going into the tower, which is kind of like, as it seems, it's kind of built into a rocky outcropping. It just seems to be more of not necessarily a guard tower, but more of a lookout tower of some sort. Um, you're welcome to make your way there if you wish. That's up to you guys. Regardless of which, it's roughly around noon to 2 o'clock in the afternoon at this point, and the skies are still pretty clear. In fact, Cal, one small detail is Applejack's comes behind you and kind of nudges your shoulder.
Well, I'll look down and I'll pay attention to Applejack and scratch his nose. Go get an apple for him.
Absolutely. As you kind of scratch his nose, he lifts his lips like he wants to gnaw on your finger. But then you reach down and grab the apple, and Applejack's absolutely crunches square into that. The juice dribbles down its kind of like fucking jaw, I guess. Dribbles as he munches on it.
With while everybody else is talking, I'm gonna go through and just kind of clean him up a little bit and check him over.
Sure. He seems to have an abrasion on his right hind leg, probably from when he took the thunder wave attack and got pushed to the floor. He seems to be a little scratched up on the hind area, but outside of that, he seems pretty decent.
Good horse.
Okay. All right, team. What's the plan?
Well, Cal is curious about that tower, but we've got that dwarven town to get to. But a random watchtower out here in the middle of nowhere seems interesting.
Keith wants to stick with the plan and head to Miladar.
Fate?
Oscar
Suppose we can
doesn't-
drive by if we see a straight shot to go in and out. Maybe we just jump in and take a peek. But I don't want to do any rock climbing here.
It looks pretty dilapidated, so it might just be abandoned. There might not be anything of note. But if we like take a look as we go by, just keep our eyes on it, we can at least try to mitigate the danger of being ambushed or something.
Okay. So head in the direction of our normal heading, but kind of angle it a little bit so maybe we get a little bit closer to the tower.
And that sounds fair. So we will time jump towards that as you guys regain your composure. You all gain the benefits of a short rest, clearly.
Sick.
As you continue to make your way. So as you kind of go towards the east and around these rocky outcroppings, you would find what looks to be some sort of a path that goes in a direction towards the watchtower. If you choose, you guys want to head up to the watchtower?
Well, we were just gonna like keep an eye on it so that we can't be
Okay.
snuck on.
Mark it on a map.
Yeah, if you wish to mark it down somehow. I don't know if anyone's cartographing things right now, but feel free to make a mental note if you wish. Absolutely. Just go ahead.
While we're making head time on that, could I like sort of like during the short rest like whittle away at some of the wood clubs, one like cut off like a one of the like a 3 to 4 inch piece of the wood and start like whittling it to make
Do
a hand.
do you have a magical blade? I think you do, right?
Yeah, I mean, I still have the other part of the sickle.
Okay, sure. It'll take some time to work at it, but yeah, let's just say passively, you're just working on taking it down. I'll give you that. That's fine.
Okay.
Absolutely. So you pass by this path that takes you to the tower. It is kind of, you went past the tower. In order to go up the path, you'd have to go in a different direction to where your heading is. But you pass by it and you continue heading out to the Brain Forest. And a couple hours later, let's just say 2 or 3 more hours, it becomes roughly around dinner time. Let's just call it 5, 6 in the p.m. The sun is pretty deep in the sky. It's not quite sunset yet. But it's, you could tell you only have maybe 2 or 3 hours of light left, tops, like tops. And you make your way towards the border of the Brain Wood. Your horses stop in front of the Brain Woods. Fate, animal handling check. As I assume you're driving again. The horses kind of stop, right, as they look into the woods, and they begin to become very uneasy as you try to rein them in, kind of like, come on, yeah. They're kind of walking back and forth, not walking, but like their hooves are very uneasy. You could sense the anxiety they have.
Hang on, boys.
They continue to be very anxious, and at one point you feel like they're drifting, and they're turning left on their own, heading north a little bit.
I'm just gonna pull on the reins and try and get him to go the way we want it to go.
I will give you one more animal handling check to try to recorrect them.
Can I potentially help by getting my horse to lead?
It ain't needed.
Sure, it doesn't even need it, but that's fine. As you help anyway, because I think that's what you would have done. You use Apple Jacks as a sort of, deterrent for them as they correct themselves, and you guys head into the perimeter of the Brain Woods. There seems to be a path here, a really small kind of dirt trail. It's not nearly what the island was. It's not like shoulder to shoulder trees, but here it's it's deciduous. And it's like as soon as you make entrance into the woods, the air temperature just like drops like a rock. It's awfully chillier in the woods than it was out in the plains, like a complete climate change. You look. Sorry, but the chat in the stream is an interesting question. Sorry, but so you make your way into the woods, and once again, the horses being as uneasy as they are still following Applejack's as Cal leads the way. The trees are the trees. It looks quite beautiful down here, minus the colder weather. It's not cold enough where you see your breath, but it's absolutely chillier. I'm trying to wonder if, what? I think honestly, with only 8 minutes left session, I think this would be a really great place to end as you enter into the Brain Woods. I think that's thematically a good place to end session, guys.
What's a time check when we go in?
Roughly 6 p.m. ish.
All right.
What's the question from the stream?
I can't tell you that. Yes, I can. Sure. It's basically because you know how there's 4 tables that all happen congruently. So,
yep.
You know what I mean? So you guys may not know, for those who are only in one table, but I've had a ton of crossover things going on amongst all the tables. And
I've noticed a few of them.
Those that are in multiple tables would absolutely pick up on it. Those who aren't, unfortunately, sorry. Watch the streams.
Yeah, I picked up on something today.
So yeah, so there's definitely the world's getting bigger every session we have, guys, and more gets fleshed out as it fine tunes itself, and I'm excited to see where it goes. But once again, I think thematically this is a great place to end our session. Wonderful battle, very exciting, definitely high risk, and a little bit of
To say
RP
the
sprinkled
least.
in. Yeah, absolutely, guys. So I'm gonna kill the stream. Everyone who's watching, thanks so much for watching tonight.